Hey everybody! Sorry for being a little late. I did tell Liplocked. I don't know. I hope she got the email that I was going to be a few minutes late. I see her back there, and I'm going to add her in just a second. This special surprise is a good one if it's what I think it is. Oh, well, maybe we should do a little guess. Like, who do you guys think it? Oh, wait. Dang it! I kind of gave it away. That it's a person. Yeah, so we have a special guest today too. So does anybody want to take any guesses? Brittany's wedding. Let's see if anybody guesses. Yeah, I am in Tennessee. Here, I'll go ahead and add Liplock. Hey. You're muted.
Dolly. I was muted. I'm a mute.
Dolly, oh my gosh, look, you guys are so smart. Yes, Justin's here with me too. So we're going to be doing this like, let's see if we could fit in. I don't know.
I don't know if we'll fit in.
Okay. Well, anyways, he's here and he'll probably be chiming in. Yeah, I feel bad that you're like.
No, I'm good.
We didn't practice this, so I didn't know it was going to, maybe if I push it back.
No.
Whatever. But yeah, he's here. And so we haven't really even had a chance to like
I just
meet each other really. Because he just got here and I was running so behind.
Yeah, like we don't even know what we're going to talk about yet.
No, but that's how
I Is this your first one?
Yeah, this is my first Taco Tuesday. And it's an extra special one because we have Liplock as a first guest. And then we have Justin as a surprise guest. And I hope, did you get my email that there was going to be a surprise guest?
Yes, I did.
Or I think I told you that there was I said yes. I think you're the only one that knew that somebody else was going to be on, but it was like last second. He kind of like, I asked him a few hours ago if he wanted to, do this. And like then an hour before he's like, I'm on my way. I'm like, what? You didn't even tell me.
I was tired.
And I was stuck on did you fall asleep?
No, but I just needed a little R&R.
Yeah. So I was on the Discord chat early, like for a couple hours it seemed like, and I was dealing with all the craziness of, I guess, this morning. Did you see this morning's live, Liplock?
Yeah, I modded about the last hour and a half of it, I think. And then I went back and did a rewatch. So yeah, I saw it.
You saw the one where I was already in Tennessee. I'm not talking about the driving one.
No, the one you're already in Tennessee.
Okay, yeah. The driving one was like really like uneventful and boring. There's nothing really to see there, but
it wasn't uneventful and boring for those who were riding along with you.
Well, it seemed like it to me.
Dogs and everything.
I always feel like, do you guys feel like you have to like entertain people? Like, you know what I mean?
Well, that's the reason I didn't go live when I was driving, because I was like, I'm too tired.
Yeah.
This car drives for me.
Do you feel like that, Liplock? Like you have to always like be like entertaining people when you're on here? And if I'm not saying anything, I feel really bad.
Yeah.
Well, I do, honey, because I'm always solo. I haven't had a panel yet. I haven't had a guest. So if I'm not talking or reading something or sharing, some news footage, it's all on my shoulders, so.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like I pretty much have to keep talking all the time.
Yeah.
Not necessarily to entertain, but sometimes to entertain.
You're naturally though, like an entertainer. Yes. That's what I was telling. I was just kind of like telling Justin, like, we were talking a little bit about Molly, what happened with her last night. She had like kind of some kind of medical episode or something that was really scary. And we were kind of talking about that. And then we got into, I don't know. I somehow got to like saying that Marissa was, is that the TV? Did you hear that?
I think it's
Is somebody crying?
No, nobody's crying. Oh, I think they're locked out, maybe.
Oh. Why would they be locked out? That's weird.
Oh, check out the legs. Check out his legs.
Hey, I better go check out what's going on. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Something's really weird.
That's fine. I'll talk to chat while they're doing. Hi, chat. Hi, everybody. I think I know all of you because, as you all know, I am one of Ziggy's moderators. So I recognize almost all of your names. Blanca Torres, somebody is always crying. Kitten Caboodler, she is with the, oh, honey, that y'all, and her chat is jumping. Hi, Flies on the coleslaw. It's jumping, and y'all know I can't control it. Hi, Matt Willis. Hi, Rue. Hi, Amy M. Hi, Miss Ellie. Hi, Kimmy Love and Tracy Wendover. Hi, Stormy and Tom's Love. Jam 420, it jumped again. I'm sorry, you guys. Katie Kitty. Justin, is everything okay there?
Not really, but
okay. I was just chatting with chat, just saying hi to everybody while you guys were away.
Yes. So the kids were outside, and I think there was a bee.
A bee. Oh. Is anyone allergic? I hope not.
No one's allergic. No.
Okay.
I hope not.
Well,
that's the way it happens, though.
Well, when you're a gardener, such as you are, and myself, you know, a bee is a helper. So,
I love your gardener. I love your garden, rather.
I love taking those garden strolls. And now I have more daylilies in different colors that have bloomed. And I have a hydrangea that I've had for probably 5 or 6 years, and it never bloomed. It's starting to bloom, and it's a completely different color. It's almost the color of our name, our little namey things here under us, like a fuchsia almost. It's beautiful.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I think the soil changes the color.
That's what different ones have told me in my comment section. Mm-hmm. And I can remember my granny and one of my aunts would stick like old rusty nails into the soil.
Yep.
And yeah.
There's some iron.
Yeah. And it would change the color, but I'd forgotten that.
Yeah. You could actually buy especially for hydrangeas and stuff like that, you can buy I think it's aluminum sulfate or something like that. And it'll change them either pink or blue or purple.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, yeah. So what is the Taco Tuesday? Tell me. I knew it was coming, and it was.
Ziggy and I are supposed to chat. I think about whatever comes up. We don't have a pre-planned topic. And so I figure I'm just going to follow her lead. When we chatted about it briefly before, we were kind of thinking about doing as she normally does, which is interacting with her chat room and seeing what comes up. And of course, as we're all aware, it is the eve of the 1-year marker of Summer Wells having gone missing. So,
and not only that, it's also Little Harmony.
I was really fixated on all of that news footage today. Have there been any updates in the last few hours?
Not that I'm aware of, but I'm almost positive yesterday. They were both in court yesterday.
Right.
And they found them today. Somebody made a deal.
That's what I think too, Justin. Somebody talked.
Somebody made a deal.
Yeah.
And they know where she's at.
Yeah. And I had heard that there was supposed to be a presser at 4 p.m. and that it was postponed.
Yes, that was correct. Yes, because I was kind of laying around at 4 o'clock and waiting. Well,
after your trip, I would imagine you needed some rest.
It's only 3 hours for me.
Oh, I forget that. I don't know why I keep trying to make you be in Florida. Why do I try to make you be in Florida? I don't.
Please make me.
That's why when I'm modding in your chat and I welcome your guests and I do the little fan, that's why it has palm trees and little sun flares, because I keep thinking you're in Florida.
Yeah.
But Lulu in chat is saying they issued a statement instead of a presser today regarding harmony.
Mm.
Yeah.
I can't slow the chat because I don't know how to get into Ziggy's YouTube.
Yeah,
yeah. We'll just kind of have to wait for a minute until.
We're just kind of winging it until the channel master returns from the bee episode.
Yeah.
So
it happens.
Yeah. What, did somebody get stung, or were they just?
I think somebody got stung.
Oh, well, that can be painful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
last year, in 1 week, I fell off a ladder in my greenhouse, and I fell off. It was literally like a 12-foot ladder, you know, hanging in baskets.
Oh, wow.
And landed straight on my head. And then, I mean, I don't know how I didn't crack my skull. I really don't know. And then a few days later, I was out and got in a bee's nest and got stung 10, 12 times.
Oh, my word.
It's like I'm
done. And you're not allergic. You're not.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
But I guess because I got stung that many times, my throat did get a little tingly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, that's all it was.
Oh, someone in Ziggy's chat. Oh, Black Lab. One of the young ladies with Ziggy was stung by a bee right when we started the live, and she had to run outside. Black Lab was asking where's Ziggy, but well, let's see. Dead air is a big enemy, so we got to keep it rolling. So I'll tell you a sting story.
Okay, tell me.
I have actually had a yellow jacket in my mouth.
Oh my Jesus.
Okay. Never, ever have an open can of soda pop outside without a cover.
Yep.
I did not realize it had gone inside the can.
Yep.
And I take a big swig.
Yep.
And before I know it, I'm being stung inside my mouth. Mm-hmm. And you can't really spit it out. I mean, it's in. And so it was near me swallowing it before I literally got it out of my mouth. And fortunately, I don't have allergies to those things either. So you want to talk about something painful. My tongue, it was awful. So I highly recommend keeping your drink covered if you're outside.
You know, they make these little things you can buy on Amazon, and it pops onto a can.
Yeah.
And then it's got a lid and it becomes a bottle.
Yeah.
It kind of comes up and it becomes a bottle. Yeah.
They make a gadget for everything, Justin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Made in China.
Jill Cranford says she got stung in her eyeball.
Oh my God.
Oh my word. Jill, I can't even imagine.
You know,
Farmer Twin Ziggy looks very different today.
She does.
Yeah, Ziggy look. I like the new hair, Ziggy, and the glasses look great.
Oh, I got it. Sorry, the joke. Yeah.
I'm reading her chat and just interacting with her.
A little bit more book.
Yeah. Ziggy got her hair cut.
Yeah.
Got some new glasses.
Yeah. Became a blonde. Deeper voice and a little bit of shave.
Oh.
It is hard.
Go ahead. Go ahead, honey. I keep over talking you. I'm not accustomed to panel. You go.
No, it's fine. I was just saying, she was just saying it's hot. And I'm like, you're in Arkansas, right?
Yeah.
So it's probably hotter than it is here even.
On my phone, it said it was 91 degrees here today. And where I live on Greer's Ferry Lake, we also have the Little Red River and the White River.
Mm-hmm.
So we are surrounded by water, and we're in a bit of a bowl. So the humidity can really get pretty intense as well. And I washed my car today, and it took me like I drive a Mustang convertible, right? So there's not that much to wash.
Right.
But it took me 4 goes at it, like the hood and the grill first, rinse it, sit down. Yeah, because it was so hot. And I was undercover in the carport. So, yeah, it's hot as heck all over. Electronic Medium is saying it's 118 degrees. We're in Arizona.
Oh, my
I can't imagine 118.
Yeah, it will. I've been to Death, or I've driven to Death Valley before, and it's like that. And I mean, your freaking air conditioner, it's basically non-existent when it's that hot. You know,
It's always been wintertime. Excuse me. It's always been wintertime when I've gone out west.
Oh, really?
So I've never experienced that intense, or at least like in May.
Right.
You know, so I haven't traveled through that part of the country during the hot. But even in May, it's pretty warm if you're traveling. And if you ever go out west, and if you live in Nevada, please don't hold this against me, but don't travel straight north south. It takes forever to get through Nevada.
Yes, but you know, it takes forever to get through Tennessee too. If you're going.
Yeah. Yes. One time coming back from the Daytona 500, we decided to take a different route, and we went north all the way up to Tennessee and then east straight across and more or less into Arkansas. I thought we were never going to get out of Tennessee.
Yes.
Yeah. Although, and I don't mean that in a bad way either.
No.
I mean, it's a beautiful country. It's just, I'm not a good traveler.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Here.
Okay. Sorry, guys. That was like, you would have thought she was freaking dying. It was a wasp sting, a yellow jacket.
Oh, boy.
There must be a nest out there somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, thanks to the super chat.
Oh, I didn't even see it. I'm so sorry.
I didn't see it.
Laura, oh, shoot. I missed it.
I'm such a bad person.
It fell off, of course, when I went to look at it. It must have been way back. If one of the, it's not your fault. You might have been upstairs when she said. Oh, it says, much love to all 3 of you. Keep up the hard work. Well, thank you guys so much. I feel so bad. I keep trying to like get him in the camera, and it's neither of us get in. Maybe I'll figure out like tomorrow.
Hey, I know. I can turn my camera where you only see like half of me.
And we could just be like one person.
And we'll be
one whole person. Like I'll do half like this, and then you put.
Oh wait, I did it too far.
Like this, and you move in. Well, move in to make one person.
Yeah, move in.
Wait, okay.
There we go. There we go.
It worked.
My nose is way bigger than your nose.
Oh my god. So anyways, yeah, poor thing. Oh my god, I knew something was wrong, guys. I know.
That door automatically locks.
No, I can't get it locked.
Well, when we got here, it was unlocked, which was a weird thing. So they were afraid to come in because they're like, oh no, is somebody going to jump out at us? It was unlocked, so I guess it doesn't lock behind. And I could just tell like that something was wrong. I yelled down here for you, and I guess since the door was shut, you didn't hear me. I was just letting you know, like I was gonna be down in a second. I was trying to find some type of something to put on it.
Toothpaste.
Oh, it's toothpaste. Oh, whoa, that sounds like that would hurt.
No, toothpaste is great for a bee sting. There's something in it. I forget what it is.
Well, I put antibiotic ointment on it because that's like fine, and I gave her a Benadryl. I told her it was going to make her tired, but so what were you guys talking about?
Everything.
Okay.
We were talking about you. We were saying horrible things about you behind your back, knowing you would never find out.
Yes.
We were just interacting with Chad, honey, and talking about how hot it is and just.
Oh, it's so freaking miserable out. I don't even. I don't know. Of course, I was up so late this morning dealing with drama. That's what I was talking about before I went up there. And of course, I got to sleep super like late or early in the morning, whatever you want. And so, man, it just sucks because I'm like, how am I going to get anything done? Because I'm going to be sleeping all day. I think Justin's going to be doing some cool stuff tomorrow. And are you good? Have you announced where are you going to keep it a secret where you're going tomorrow? As far as like the vigil and stuff, or if you're.
I'll be at one.
Okay. So he's going to go to a vigil and I don't know. Right now don't think I'm going, but
Ziggy's going.
If I do, it would probably be the one Justin's at, just because he's normal.
Yeah.
And at least there'll be one normal person there. And I think that I know Yennefer is normal, and I think Ginny is. I haven't met her, so there we go. I mean,
who's Ginny?
From Gal Geeks, Chroma Mama.
Oh yeah, Ginny's cool. Yeah.
So
I think it'll be fun.
We can't figure out how to do it so that both of us can be on camera.
It's fine.
Unless like I can move these here, but I know that's.
I can do. Shall I do some magic tricks while you're doing?
This guy.
I don't know any magic tricks, but I could try to make some up.
He has a computer here, and I thought maybe it was like for everybody's usage because he has like a really cool Apple computer up there at this Airbnb, but I couldn't figure out how to turn on his computer. It would have worked way better had I been able to use it, but because he has like a whole bunch of. I could have probably used his webcam actually. I didn't even think about that. So if I couldn't find the CPU, and I thought, well, maybe he took it with him so people wouldn't use his computer. But I didn't know if it was one of those like.
Hi guys.
See, it looks like this. It says a ThinkPad. I don't know. If I could figure out how to use it, that would be awesome. But I don't know this ThinkPad thing. How to turn it on? Have you ever seen one of these? Is that the CPU? Is that the brains of the computer?
I don't know.
What's so funny, Liplocked? If you saw this, it's weird. What?
I'm tickled at you because you're so damn cute.
Oh, I could turn on this webcam, so we'll just turn off.
Oh, by all means, turn on that webcam.
I'll hook this webcam, and this will work out better here in a second. So, anyways, but well,
I guess we could turn our cameras off and just have our avatars up.
Yeah, we could, but.
You want me to turn? I don't mind. I can turn my camera off and just be a hydrangea.
This will be, this is an extra special.
You're in charge. You do we'll do whatever you say, Ladybug.
Okay. And plus it will make me feel more, if I notice something, that's going to just distract me. If it does keep distracting me, I might have to turn it. Oh, look, he even has one of those cool webcam lights to make us look pretty.
Oh, good. Thank God.
Thank heavens.
So I have to figure out how to turn that on.
I can hardly wait to see it.
Like everything's so like high tech. This is a really nice house.
Jamie Howard, honey, I'm sitting here getting tickled at Ziggy doing something.
Yeah. Hey, it's gonna make me. Is it okay if you give me 1 second? I need to log out.
We're not. No, we're not going to give you 1 second.
Bye.
I'm taking over.
Bye.
I am taking over your channel right now. Oh no, don't. Hi, chat, and welcome to the new. Hey, if you put Ziggy and Liplocked together, do we get Ziplocked? Welcome to Ziplocked NoMore. Oh, hi, CT. Yes, this is the premiere of Taco Tuesdays, and we are sparing nothing but the best for the viewing audience. Hi, Blanca Torres. Hi, Stormy. Hi, Akuna Matata. Hi, all my friends. Hi, Gypsy Girl. Oh, Jam 420. You guys know me. You don't want to leave me in charge. Things will go off the rails really, really fast. Hi, Rue and Blue Eyes. Little Dove, you like Ziplock, no more Liplock. How are you? I'm fine, Little Dove. How are you doing? Yeah, we're going to call it Ziplocked no more until our Ziggy gets back with Justin. Sing you a song? Sing, sing a song. Sing it loud. Sing it strong. Sing of good things, not bad. Sing of happy, not sad. Moulin Rouge, Neil Diamond. Let's see. Y'all know I'm just filling time here until our Ziggy girl gets back. And Justin. Let's see. Neil Diamond. Suzanne takes you down to her place by the river, and she feeds you tea and oranges that come all the way from China. And just when you want to tell her that you have no love to give her, that's all I can remember of that one. Stevie Nicks. Let's see. Rock on, gold dust woman, take your silver spoon and dig your grave. Sweet Caroline.
A little bit better. A little bit better.
Are you back? There you are.
There you are. Yeah, it's better because it's higher up and it's like got a.
Okay, but it echoes when I speak to you.
It echoes?
What? Shouldn't.
You're echoing.
We don't. It's not echoing. Oh, really? It's not echoing for us. What about?
You may have to turn this. That probably has sound.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
So you.
Thank you, Black Lab. Oh.
Okay, how about now? Is it echoing now?
Sounds good. Perfect.
Sounds good.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
No, it's still doing it.
No, it's still doing it.
Oh, it's still doing it?
It's still doing it?
But only when I speak to you.
We're having technical difficulties. Only when you speak to us. Okay, maybe this.
Let me make sure that I don't have.
It works a little bit. It's a little bit better as far as. Let's see here. Okay, well, let's try another setting for the.
I don't have YouTube on anywhere, so we should be.
That one, or wait, that or is that?
You want it to be.
That was a new one. How about this? Let's try this because that's a new one I've never seen. It's not usually there.
Mic check.
Okay, can you hear us?
I can hear you, but there's still a delay.
A delay?
There's a delay on my voice, not on yours.
Well, we can see it.
That's so weird. So it's Liplocked, not us, or is it us? Can you? What about? You hear Liplocked twice. Okay. All right. Well, maybe I'll have to.
Would it? How about if I back out and come back in?
Feedback. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Try that.
Okay.
Well, if not, I guess we'll have to go back to how it was, which will suck. What about us? Like right now, guys, can you, now that she's gone?
Microsoft Live can. Okay.
But if this is the regular one from here. How about when we're like this? See, we're both on the camera when we go like this, but then it's going to, when she gets on, it's going to scrunch us together, probably. Let's see.
I wonder if you can do.
I guess this will. Let's try. Okay. Oh, look, this is so much better.
There we go.
Can you hear us? Now we can't hear her.
Mic check.
Oh shit! Now you're so delayed. I don't know why.
I don't either.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
And
it wasn't that way before. Something changed.
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be at all. Like, oops, shit. Unless, hold on. What is she? What the heck? I don't know. I don't understand why that would be like that. Unless the door being closed is a reason. I don't understand.
I don't
like
either.
We see your lips move like way before we hear you. No, look what happened. Why is the camera all messed up again? What the hell?
This is weird.
See, like this, but then it worked, but
Do the next one. Do this
one. There we go.
Okay, there we go.
Okay. She's
Mic
double.
check.
We hear you all fine, but there's a second repeat echo of lip, but we can hear and understand everything you are saying. That's so weird, though, that it wasn't doing that earlier, and now when
You want to leave and come back in again?
I can leave and come back in, but I think it's her if it's right.
Let me try to I'm going to refresh. Let me refresh my page.
Okay, that's good. Let's see if she like completely goes out and comes back in. Okay, how about now? Are we doing good? No, I have nothing open at all. We just restarted the computer. I don't have any internet tabs open but this one. I do this. Okay, hopefully she'll.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm so sorry. I don't know what to do.
Do you have a phone?
I think it's on our end.
How would it be on our end if it's fine when before she? I mean, you can try what you want. You're welcome to just mess with it like it's your own computer. Go ahead, do what you think.
No, it's just gonna.
I can. Okay, we'll go out and try to come back in. We'll go out and
Just 2 seconds.
So sorry.
yeah, we'll just let's try.
I'm sorry, everybody. Oh, y'all are saying that Ziggy is freezing on your end? No, Anissa, honey, I don't have YouTube open, honey. I didn't even have it open when we started. That's why I went over and checked my phone just to make sure I didn't have YouTube open on the phone. I do have headphones, Sharon. We can try that. Can you guys hear me now? And am I echoing now?
All right.
Okay, so there's no echo when it's just me.
Okay.
We're good now.
We're good.
We're good.
Are we sure?
Unless it's bad for you, like.
No, it's good.
So what happened? What changed? The only difference was when I plugged his webcam into my computer. I I plugged it in to use it, and that's the only difference from the first time to this time. But so I unplugged it, even though we were not using that webcam, it was still somehow affecting the computer.
It's like it was delayed or something.
Yeah, so we switched the webcam back to the computer webcam, but somehow his webcam was still interfering. So I apologize, guys.
I think everybody's cool. Chat seems to be okay with everything. Yeah. I keep feeling like I need the mod.
Hey, Samantha. Hey, guys. You were finding amusement. No, it gets frustrating, and I feel really bad because I'm like, oh no, not on our first Taco Tuesday.
Well, you just have to get it out of the way.
Yeah. No, but everything's good. She doesn't need to drop and rejoin now because she's it's all good now. It was weird because we would see you. There was just a major lag in between the video and the sound. Tennessee's heat is like horrible. I bet it's really, really. What about you, Liplocked? How is it really, really extra? I mean, you're even further south, I think. So.
Well, actually, I'm pretty much on the same, because I'm in north central Arkansas. So I'm pretty much on the same, whatever you call that line, latitude or longitude, whichever one goes this way.
Yeah.
It's lower 90s and humid, really humid. Typical Arkansas.
I'm glad that she came in here. You came in here and said that because I wanted to know who came up with the name.
Angels for Justice.
Yeah. Can you hand me one of those pens? Yeah. I want to, because I want to remember that. I was trying to remember, like I try to give people, I couldn't remember who came up with that. So I'm glad you came in here and said that. It's such a cool name and so clever. And I am so appreciative. So thank you so much. And now since that happened, when stuff like that happens from the beginning with the technical difficulties, it throws you off for a little bit, but we'll get into the groove here in a second. I don't know how long Justin can stay, but, and I don't know how long Liplocked's planning on being able to stay, but.
I'll hang with you as long as my booty will handle this chair. And, I can always go take a smoke break and come baback, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Because basically, at some point, I'll need to go check on the new baby kittens.
You've got new baby kittens. Can you show us or not?
Well, they're on my channel. You can show the rescue. You can show the rescue. It's up on my channel. But basically, honey, I'm here as long as it's okay with you if I uncam and get up and walk around and stretch a little bit once in a while.
It's fine. I mean, who knows? Aww.
It's so cute.
Here, I'll put it on mute and show everybody your video. This is
honey, you play anything of mine anytime you want, and you've got a bunch of witnesses here, so anytime.
No, I know that you're not going to strike me. I don't think that you would even do that if you got upset with me. You're not that type of person. There are people like that, and that's happened to me.
I know.
And they strike me like when they get upset, but it's insane.
Yeah.
Aww.
These little kittens, last Friday, it was raining here, and we knew that we had a pregnant stray female in the neighborhood because she had been coming here to eat and drink. And these kittens are a little over a week old. Their eyes are open the first time today in this video. And they were in the storm drain, and my husband dug the ditch deeper and laid on his belly in the ditch in the rain. He took an old-fashioned curtain rod that's like an L on the end, and he taped it to buffer any sharp edges, and got a little flashlight and then laid on his belly in the ditch and drug all four. He saved all four kittens, drug them out of a storm drain. And now they are safe and sound, and we also rescued the nursing mother. So
that's awesome.
They're all like this. I've never seen a cat have all kittens that all look the same.
Yeah,
I know.
Does the mom and dad look the same or something?
Well, there's no way to know who the dad is.
Oh, you don't know. Okay.
Yeah, because she came as a stray. But she is well, you'll see her in a minute because she's going to come and make sure that I'm.
Oh, she looks like them too.
And she's, to be a stray, she's really calm,
Well, she did not allow us to touch her until we saved the kittens.
Really?
The very moment that these kittens were in that container and safe and sound on our porch, then she allowed us to touch her. But all the months up until then that she's been around, she never let us touch her.
That's amazing. That's a story in itself.
It is.
Wow.
Hakuna wants to know your skincare secret. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, Bob, my husband, and I have actually been cat rescuers for the 22 years that we've been together. But this is our first time to rescue newborns with the nursing mother. And so we work with a vet, so yeah.
So you're a cat lady.
Yes, definitely. Right now, well, before these darlings came along, we take care of, we feed, water, groom, love, and take to the vet 18 cats that we've rescued.
Oh my Lord.
They don't all live in the house. There are only a few that live inside and never go out. But there are a number that from this age that I've literally hand raised with eyedroppers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she looks a little thin, but the vet says that's to be expected because she's nursing heavily, having 4 kittens.
Yep.
But she gets plenty of food and water. And as you can see, she walks right into the cage and yeah.
That's awesome. She's just so thankful to have a couple, rescued babies.
And like I said, their eyes are open the first time today in this video. So I'd never seen their eyes before.
Aww. Wow. It's crazy. The father must look like similar to her.
There is an unneutered male in the neighborhood that's the same color. So
I wonder if they're like brother and sister. They might be related, brother and sister.
Well, they very likely are. Because all of the cats. I'm sorry, Justin. Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say all of our rescues get neutered and or spayed, of course, depending on their gender. And they all get their shots and, we take really good care of them. But,
yes.
See, I'm a cat lady for sure. Like, I just don't like cat urine smell. I mean, obviously nobody does, but it's, I definitely am much more of a cat person than a dog person, but the right dog, of course, Athena's like awesome. And I couldn't.
Yeah, well, you have Athena. Yeah. Did you make the appointment yet for Athena to get her nipples pierced?
That's awesome.
I was thinking about.
Isn't that a great question?
I hadn't made the appointment. I wasn't sure if I'd do that or like her like little clit area.
Well, because we mods want to buy nipple rings for her.
Yeah.
So we need to know how many nipples she has.
I don't know. Do cats have clit?
I don't know. They're caught a pussy. They're caught a pussy.
Oh, yeah.
Also, I've made special arrangements with the soda company to deliver a case of soda for Athena every single day.
Thank you.
Aww.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you. Make sure
yeah. Also, FedEx will be delivering a case of Hershey chocolate bars for her. So.
Let's see here. Hey, Christy. Can't wait to see. Isn't it exciting to see Justin here? Maybe you'll be able to. I don't know. Maybe he'll be able to he might, after meeting you guys, I might feel like more at ease, like going to the vigil. We'll see.
Everybody's good. Everybody be fun.
Yeah. The first sign of any type of anything, though, I would definitely leave, because I'm going to have my daughter I'm sure my daughter's going to want to come with me if I do go. And so this is a park. I know I heard people like actually giving me shit about my daughter coming with me to the vigil.
No,
like
they invite.
It's a park, right? A park area.
Well, the park one, but I know it. Like Betty's, like they're inviting kids.
Oh well, I mean, yeah, I figured. I mean, many people are going to have their kids there.
Yeah, of course.
It's not like it's Ben Hill Road. Now, I understand people having an issue with the Ben Hill Road thing, and especially if you haven't. People are just freaked out about the area because, I mean, Summer went missing, and that's weird. Makes.
Well, surely there are going to be other young people and children there. I mean,
sure.
Yeah.
And Ziggy, Scott H. called Sullivan County Sheriff's Office. You know that, right?
About supposed
Scott called and has made really good contact with Sullivan County Sheriff's Office, and they are fully apprised by Scott of any potential stuff they're going to be patrolling. And don't forget, sweetheart, that's a state park. Yeah. So you're not just talking about municipal or county law enforcement. You're talking about state park rangers.
Yeah.
As well
Denise, I would not even.
Plus,
Denise,
surely to heavens, no one would imagine doing anything out of.
I wouldn't think so, but I wouldn't think so. But I'm extra cautious just because my daughter would be with me, and I know she's going to.
Well, yeah, honey.
And so her not going is probably not an option. Otherwise, it wouldn't be as like worrisome. But people surprise me all the time on here. I do think that you're right and that others are right when they say like people are big and bad on a computer, but like to your face, they're probably going to be like, "Oh, it's so good to see you," But then as soon as they leave, be like, "Oh my God, can you believe what she was wearing?"
Oh my God, I hope they say that about me.
Oh my God, like she was so ridiculous. I can just imagine it's because many of these people will do whatever for content, but it's supposed to be about Summer. That's the point. And also, I know what we'll do.
It'll be fine.
I'm gonna do a fundraiser tomorrow for Summer's 1 year. Okay, so let's just say it's gonna be late. I guess let's just say 10 p.m. just in case I do go to the vigil. And we'll take a vote here in a little bit on who I'll set up the charity for, and it will go directly to the charity so that there's no like money coming to me, and it's transparent.
Yeah.
It's all set up through YouTube. So we're going to do something like that tomorrow evening. We'll say 10 p.m. I'll put up a post about it.
Yeah.
And we'll take it. I was thinking EquiSearch, but I thought it would be cool to let you guys kind of choose. I'll think of, I don't know. I'll have you guys maybe come up with several ideas, or maybe start coming up with some ideas, and I'll write it down as we're talking, and I'll make a, poll thing, and you guys can vote.
Oh my God.
What?
Sounds like a good idea.
Is that the same one?
No, it's a different one, but I saw. So I was going to comment on somebody's comment about like saying that you should stop arguing with idiots. Well, I would see I would not even. There would be no opportunity for that. So it wouldn't even be a start. Like as far as that's not going to be happening. Like that's not an option. My daughter's gonna be there, and I'm not going to let her see that kind of behavior because I don't want her thinking that's okay. She does not see me argue with people. Okay. And
Sure.
even though you guys hear me sometimes getting on here, she's not at all invested in my YouTube channel besides like, yeah, no, she's not at all that invested in it. She has no idea really what we talk about besides summer. So yeah, that's just not something that's going to be happening. I would leave before anything. I would straight walk away. Somebody would have to just like, I guess, jump me to be, because I'm not going to engage at all. It's not like
I really, I mean, you would have to be ridiculous for someone to do that, because the first Vigil, I say it wrong every time.
Vigil.
Is going to be.
It's like Virgil without an R. Vigil.
Yes.
Yeah.
I always want to say Vigil.
Oh.
Is going to be. I got a video made about me the other day about that.
Oh, I misspeak. We're not. We're human. We're not going to be perfect. Hey, Jenny Penny.
Hey, Jenny Penny. But the first one's going to be like right in front of the police, and like Bullhorn Betty today, she said that the guy was just so grateful and like literally teared up.
Aww.
He was just they really want Summer found too, you know.
Yeah, I'm sure they're super frustrated.
Yeah.
Well, in regards to little Ziggy being there with you, sweetheart, a couple of things occurred to me while you were addressing that issue. One is in line with what Justin was saying. Anyone at Summer's Vigil tomorrow who would make an ass of themselves in any way, shape, or form will be completely blown out of the water. I mean, as well they should be. Okay, so I would like to think that no one is that foolish. Okay, the second thing that occurred to me is that if anybody thinks for a moment that in and among that crowd will not be plainclothes law enforcement, they're way bad wrong.
Oh, of course.
There's going to be, there's going to be obvious law enforcement. And I think that we can easily rest assured that there will be a number of agents from TBI and perhaps other law enforcement agencies that are just mingled right in the crowd like they're anybody else.
And there's two people. I just saw somebody's comment saying, were you threatened they mentioned a certain creator? Yes. They did mention going there to run into me.
Wow. Yeah.
And also somebody else said that they can't, they mentioned something like that too, like couldn't wait to run into me. And it's like, okay, so what are you planning on doing? This is supposed to be for summer. It
shouldn't be about anybody but Summer. Everybody needs to put our egos aside for one day.
Yeah.
And it's okay. Yeah. I know we all have big egos on here, but we gotta just calm down.
I think that the other person that said that, I don't think that they're upset with me anymore. I mean, we haven't really had a chance to talk, but they have we haven't really talked, but they've chilled out, and I think they've gotten over it. So I don't think there's any issue there, and that's the only one that I know. I think that they're definitely going to be there. But I think it will be
I don't
fine.
know who they are, but it sure as hell tells me what kind of human being they are.
Well, if they were, they were mad at the time when they said that. But
to even say it, whether they do it or not, honey, to even say that, just tells me that you are. Ugh.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Mama Liplocked will get him.
Well, honey, I don't want to go overboard because we are on the eve of Summer's Vigil, and but that stuff just burns me up. The petty, immature, ridiculous bullshit. If you're a drama channel, damn it, label yourself as a drama channel. It drives me insane. Like this morning, your show this morning, I wanted to come through the computer.
Yeah. People were mad.
Woman, that crazy, that nut that came up on there and was passively aggressively baiting you. And I was like, bitch, you don't want to encounter me. Oh,
yeah, I knew who I knew her. That's why she stayed up on that panel so long, is because I was trying to figure out who she was. I knew her from, if you're talking about the one from who said that she was on Periscope.
yes.
And yeah, I knew her. I remember her from, yeah, I don't know, but I was trying to listen to her voice because I recognized her as somebody who would do, like, that's what they do. They go around and like screw with people. And that's just her thing. I remember somebody like that and used to argue with that creator that she brought up, that Big King guy.
Never even heard of that person.
Yeah, like it was just, he was an idiot. That's why he came up in conversation one time. He was just a complete dumbass, and he would just do things. He was like this character. He played a character, but he also basically played a character, is like what his excuse was. But he would try to, he would do shit like that. And there was several of them that would just argue with each other, just, because they would bring in money and stuff. So, and I was trying to figure out who she was, but I let her stay up there way too long because I knew that it was just.
When she mentioned mushrooms, I went, oh, well.
She said microdose. I'm like, no, I think you're macrodosing.
I'm like, oh, okay, well, that explains that. Being one that has done mushrooms, I'm like, oh yes, I think I'd be talking that way too.
Yeah. She was talking about how high she was. I was like, wow. And then she acted like this guy, this creator that I don't know. They didn't really call them creators on Periscope. I don't remember what they called them, but this person who used to do Periscope, like, she was talking about him like he was like some kind of prize or something, and it was. I
know, right?
Like 40 something years old, and I don't know, not at all what I would, strive to be or want to be like. Now he tries to present himself like he's somebody that he's got an amazing life and has all this money and stuff, but that's not actually true. He just presents like he drives around his, different girls' cars, spends their money. He's like, he's a player, like, but he's, like, he reminds me of like some, like, guys that, like, guy friends of mine, like back in, like, when I was like 20, just immature player type guys, but he's still like that at 40 something. And he doesn't have,
I agree, Randy.
What was I'm glad Randy's here, but I'm like, if someone goes to these summer celebrations and bring any negativity, not possibly say they care about summer. Exactly, you would think so.
I'm gonna go vape.
Yeah. And you would I mean, you could vape in here. I don't know. Actually, I don't know if is that a problem?
I want to do it in here.
Okay, yeah, because I don't know. Okay, he's gonna go outside for a little bit and take a little break. And if you have to too, Liplocked, it's okay. I understand.
Well, I know you know how to carry a show solo. You don't need me to carry a show, that's for sure.
Oh, okay. I didn't know, like, that vaping, I guess you're not supposed to do it inside either, I guess. So yeah, if it would get me in trouble, I definitely don't want it. Actually, that's like probably really good. Never mind. That would have been a really bad idea. I don't know. I wasn't thinking.
Ziggy, is
he was thinking.
The comment you have on the screen right now, is that Christy?
Yes.
Oh, Christy,
She's amazing.
You are a lovely lady. You are. Mm-hmm. I've seen you. I saw you on Ziggy's. It was before I was a moderator, but I think I've watched everything Ziggy's ever done. I'm pretty sure I have. And Christy, if you're still here, you're a lovely lady. And thank you for your love, your compassion, your empathy, and everything you did. Everything you did for Summer. Thank you.
Yeah. She's really a genuine person.
Yeah.
And it was really unfair how some people treated her.
Absolutely.
Like she was some kind of suspect. And it all because of one creator that really, really pushed that. And that's just so false that it just really upsets me, because especially now thinking about it, because at that time I didn't know her that well, but I thought she seemed like a really good person. But now, yeah, it makes me even more mad, because when I know that she's a genuine and good person, I haven't seen anything but that. And when she thought she was doing a good thing, and she thought that that's what Chase was doing, or Brad, whatever, she wasn't like buddies with him or anything like that.
No.
She met him through the whole Summer situation. There's a skunk. Ew. Oh my God.
Well, and one of the things that has been a real shocker to me, a revelation in regards to YouTube and things connected with all of this, is that there are so many people. I'm trying to think how to say this. I'm discovering that there are so many people who find it hard to believe that there are actually good-hearted, honest, genuine people in the world who seek no accolades, no praise. I'm sure Christy would have been just as content to remain completely behind the scenes and for no one to ever know who she is. She strikes me as that type of person. And I don't, it boggles my mind, Ziggy, that there are so many people who just cannot bring themselves to believe that there are really genuinely good people left in the world.
I know. It's because they're just, that should be a red flag to somebody, because if you can't believe that there's genuinely good people, then that shows that you're probably not a good person. Because if you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if you're a good person, then you know that there's got to be other people that are good people. But if you're a horrible person, then it's like, that's all you know. And so you figure everybody does those horrible things and tries to trick people and lie and cheat to get ahead. But no, like if I saw anything like that, and I know people, like, I mean, it's the same thing with me. Like, I know people, exaggerate things I do and stuff. I mean, Christy's a way better person than I could ever be. I mean, she's way more wise and just makes better decisions and less impulsive. But
you don't give yourself enough credit, and it makes me mad at you. I just want to pinch your cheeks.
Well, I hate to compare myself to somebody who's so like, I don't know.
You don't. I told you the other day, you don't see yourself the way we do. We see your qualities.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Trisha. Thank you. Trisha just left or did super chat and said that she does Ziggy, you're the best. That's so sweet. And thank you, Liplocked. I think don't you think that's like normal though? I think it's normal for people to be their own worst critic, or own, like, what's that saying? Own worst critic, or own.
Well, and in a way we should be. We should, in my opinion, look in the mirror every day and go, what can I do better today? Criticize, give yourself a critique, not necessarily criticize yourself, but critique one's behavior or thought patterns or whatever. And how can I be better today? And some days we do good and some days we don't do so good.
Yeah. And that's how we should all strive to be. And I heard a creator saying that recently, and I was like, wow, like, you are, I think it was Dolly. I was like, because I've always thought he seemed like a pretty good person.
I watch Dolly. I like Dolly.
I think he seems like a really from what I've been able to tell, I think he seems like he tries to be fair to people and give people a chance. Like, And or it could have been Cam that was saying, I can't remember if it was Cam or saying, that they try to just like be a better person each day. I think it was actually Cam. And I think that's
that sounds like
really,
something Cam. Yeah, that sounds Cam. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Cam, but still, I still think that Dolly he gives people, he's really fair to people, and he seems like a really good person. He's somebody that, I heard that he said something about like he wouldn't, or I hope that we meet or whatever. Like I would totally have no problem meeting with Dolly. I think that, it doesn't make me feel uncomfortable at all, because I think that he seems like a decent person.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of mini creators, like probably 90% of them. Yeah, I'd be nervous about, but Dolly's not one of them.
Why would you be nervous to meet other creators?
Because most of them are narcissists and are not doing things for the right reasons, and they're just focused on, it's all about like money. That's what it seems like to me.
Yeah,
I don't know, I could be wrong, but I think that they're just trying to.
It kind of sounds like what you're saying is that you likely wouldn't have much in common to talk about if you did meet them, because
I think many of them are fake, like most of them.
Well, yeah. I agree with you on that.
You're not one of them.
But there are going to be some really genuine people there. I say that without having met anyone, including you, in real life. This is as close as you and I have ever come to face to face.
I know. I would love to meet you. I think now I know there is going to be some good ones. Like Jennifer, I know is a good person.
Okay, see, that's where I was going to go. There are going to be like Jenny from Gavel Geeks, totally awesome lady. Brilliant, very, very intelligent.
Yeah,
she knows Summer's case.
You know what? I had a really good talk with Jenny recently.
Did you?
Yeah. Because we had a misunderstanding, and and after I talked to her, I understood where she was coming from. And she's I love when people a lot of people have a very hard time being forgiving and realizing that everybody makes mistakes. Like people want like to be forgiven for their, mistakes, but a lot of people can't give the same, can't do the same for others. But she's not one of those. She is understanding, and and I try to be like that too. And I know I'm way too like there's this scale, and I'm way too overly. I give people way too many chances, and I'm not as bad as I used to be. It used to be even worse. So, and I would say sorry all the time.
Yeah, you're getting a lot better with that. You're getting in my opinion, you're really. Of course, I'm characterizing it like I'm your mom. I know I do this with you all the time. But I have noticed, change, especially a change that you're seeking, in my opinion, is better if it's slow and gentle process, not, and Ziggy, I've just seen so much. You say, I'm sorry a lot less. You stand up for yourself a lot more. And I'm proud of you for that. Because and I don't want to get real personal here or anything, but it really pisses me off when people hurt your feelings.
Well,
it really fucking pisses me. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You can cuss.
No, it totally fucking pisses me off. Like I'm your aunt or your big sister or something. And it really makes me angry because it is so insensitive, and it shows me that they're not in tune. They're not I don't know how to put it. You have a certain vibe, and all a person has to do is listen to you to understand who you are and where you're coming from. You're not that hard to figure out.
I really
But
appreciate
you are way, way trusting. See, I was brought up and kind of set my ways, but I trust you until you give me a reason not to.
Yeah.
And once you give me a reason to not trust, and see, I trust you automatically. You don't have to earn my trust to begin with. I take you at face value. Okay. Mm-hmm. So I trust you until you give me a reason not to. And once you give me a reason not to trust you, then you have to earn it back. And I'm real hardcore. It's really hard to get my trust back.
Right.
But I'm learning from you. Because now that I mod for you and I watch you all the time, pretty much, I'm actually learning from you to be a little more gentle and thoughtful with that, Ziggy. So you see how we can all learn from each other. One of my weaknesses is lack of forgiveness. It's one of your strengths.
Yeah. So, well, we all have our
so when I see you being so open-hearted and forgiving with people that if it were me, I would be punching their lights out.
Yeah. And thank you so much. I need to say thank you to Brittany for the Cashapp. He just told me something that Patty did something and I couldn't hear what he said. He said,
well, make him come back and tell us.
He went to the bathroom. There's, and I'm sorry. I saw people being like, telling me to read the chat. I'm so sorry. When I have panels, and I try to remind everybody this, like when I have panels, I can't, it's much more difficult for me to, I have to focus on what I'm doing.
Well, how about this? How about if I turn my camera off and mute and I go smoke and you can interact with your chat a little while and then I'll come back?
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Do you want me to literally back out and come back, or do you want me to just?
No, you can just mute and turn off your camera.
Mute non-cam. Okay, I'll be back in a few minutes then.
Okay, sounds good. I want Mother Ziggy too. I'm proud of her standing up for. Oh, thank you, Castle Crime. Well, okay. So yeah, it was Patty that. Did I miss something from Patty? Oh, not this Patty. I wonder. I don't know who. I don't know. He'll tell me in a second. But thank you so much, Brittany, for the Cashapp. I saw that, and I don't know. I'm feeling much more comfortable. And people think the person this morning that came on my live and trying to say, "Oh, I'm so scared" or whatever. I think that is not an accurate representation of how I'm feeling. If that's how I made it seem, that's not true. That I'm more. It's about protective. I'm protective of my daughter, and that's all there is to it. But I'm feeling much more at ease. What did you say when you walked away about
it? Patty Ponytail said to tell you she sent an email.
Oh, okay. She went to go. Liplocked went to smoke. So did you see the statement from Don Wells? Because I haven't seen it either.
A statement from Don Wells?
Yeah, where's this statement at?
Let me check.
Dolly Vision, he is a true... I would totally meet with Dolly. I would trust him enough to...
He's going to be there tomorrow.
I would trust him to... I don't know. Actually, I don't know if I would do that, but there's very few people I would trust to give the address and come over. Like... Only if like Justin was here or something. I wonder if it was just me because that's weird and awkward. Justin doesn't like my type, so it doesn't matter. I don't have to worry about anything. I mean, I don't know. I don't. Me and Dolly have never really talked. I guess it's not even anything like that either. It's just he seems like a decent person. Like it would be fine for him to like come over and hang out with me and Justin or something or whatever. But then I'd have to give out my address and I don't know, but there's very few people I would trust like that for sure. It would be definitely something I would consider though. It's a statement scheduled for 9 p.m. California time.
So that would be like midnight.
I'm leaving early and we'll be in Tennessee around 3 p.m. We'll let you know when I get there and help you. Okay. Well, for sure I'm definitely gonna be seeing you. I think Dolly would be. I would have no. He won't.
Dolly's cool.
I would have no problem meeting with him, at all. What is this? Okay, I think Carrie just sent me something, and maybe this has to do with the statement. Premieres in 2 hours on Don Wells' Family Official channel. Summer Wells' statement from Donald Wesley Wells. It's probably something that was written for him. It's probably not even something he wrote. The Don Wells Official, isn't that Tim Mullins? I don't know. I tried emailing Don a couple times, and I think I would have got a notification through my email had he emailed back. I'm not, like I said, I'm not one that would.
He wasn't been taking anybody's.
Yeah. I'm not one of those type to bug somebody. Twice is plenty to, just like the Fred Hill thing. I don't know. I'm hoping that he'll talk to me, but it's making me nervous. Like, I don't know if he's had a lot of backlash since he spoke out or what. I do know that he was, oh yeah. My daughter was excited because she saw him like putting on like some makeup, and she's like, I think he's touching up his makeup. And she's like, is he?
I was putting on my lipstick.
And she was, and because she saw him pull up, and she's like, oh, is he like James Charles? She's in love. Well, she used to be in love with James Charles, like majorly, like have a crush on him. It's so funny, like in love with him. She thought he was like the hottest thing ever. It's funny because I've always been into like manly guys, but too. So it's funny that she likes like more feminine guys. But it does make sense because her personality is much more like outgoing, I guess, than mine, or aggressive, I guess. Just like, I guess, like kind of like how Molly's like so outgoing, how we were kind of talking about that, and her husband seems so much like more quiet.
My husband and Marissa's husband's very similar. They're very reserved.
But you're not. Well, maybe I could probably see after like getting to know somebody.
I don't shut up.
I think probably after you got to know somebody, you would probably be a pain in the ass. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, thank you, Ava.
Thank you, Ava.
You've never been a girly girl? I guess I've always been from what I hear, I was always like really girly from a very young age, which I wouldn't even say I'm very girly. I'm not like Marissa, like girly girl. I mean, when I say that, like, I don't care about having all high end stuff. Now I used to when I was younger, but I don't really care about, like, I wouldn't have been caught dead and wearing something from Walmart, like in high school or something.
If I like it, I'll wear it.
But now I don't care. Like, who cares? But yeah, it's just, sorry. I talk so much that Justin's not even getting to respond to you guys. Justin isn't into ass and titties and big booty bitches. He might like big booties, but just not big booty bitches. You thought Tim was fired? That's what I thought too. No, it hasn't been awkward at all, for me anyways, meeting you at all.
No.
But it's actually feels the same as on YouTube. Yeah. I'm surprised. Check your junk folder. I have a friend in jail, and first few emails go to junk. Oh, okay. You're talking about if Dawn. Yeah, I do check that junk folder. I'll check that website that I use to see. I'll log into it if I can remember. Let's see. Maybe if I search jail, it will come up.
Maybe prison. Or corrections.
Yeah, corrections.
Liplocked is back.
Corrections. Let's see. I searched something last time and I had. I'll try prison, but I don't think that would be it because he's not in prison.
Hey, Liplock.
Yeah.
How did you come up with your screen name or your channel name? Was it did you used to feel like you just like Liplocked NoMore? Like I'm speaking it out, or
I think she's always been.
It's twofold.
Okay.
My husband is retired from the Booze Fighters Motorcycle Club. Okay. Mm-hmm. And when you ride with a real biker, you have a road name. And my husband decided to call me Liplock, just Liplock. Okay. And so that's my road name on my vest. All right. And when asked by another biker one time at an event, why do you call her Liplock? My husband said, if she ever gets a hold of you, you'll know why. So anyway, then, so then fast forward, I was involved in what can technically be termed as a religious cult for about 8 years. Jehovah's Witnesses. Okay.
Oh, really? That's what my ex grew up as.
All right. And if you're a female and you're a Jehovah's Witness, you are lip-locked. You have no say about anything, anywhere, anytime about anything. All right. And in our congregation, one of the elders sexually molested 8 children in our congregation. Then he was convicted and is currently serving 80 years in the Arkansas penal system. Was convicted on 4 charges, the 4 they knew they could make stick. That's when I left the cult. I was already wanting out, but that was like okay. So then I began appearing, and this is before the pandemic. I began appearing on ex-Jehovah's Witnesses channels on YouTube.
Oh, is that the one that that weirdo guy Carl released of your interview that you did?
No telling. I don't know. I don't ever watch him. He's a jackass, and
he is.
And I don't. Well, he's a fucking tinfoil hat wearing idiot.
It said in the description that it was your ex-husband, so I didn't know if it was the Jehovah's Witness, if it was Jehovah's.
Well, now I don't know what video he's played. There's a lot of I've been a public figure since I was 4 years old, so there's 66 years worth of me being a public figure out there. You can get footage of me all over the place if you look hard enough.
Well, there was I didn't know if it was Jehovah's Witness, but it said something about a bus, where they were busted.
That's when I was the news director for the television station, probably, and was the only one to get an exclusive interview with Carrie Noble, who was the head of the CSA. Was
it your ex-husband?
No. Well, no, the guy running the camera was my ex-husband.
Oh, they misput that. They put that he was your ex-husband in the description.
That goes to show you what a great researcher Carl is, doesn't it?
No, it wasn't his video. It was the original, the original video. It had labels you as his ex-husband. And he had many wives, and I was like, was she his sister wife?
That's Carrie Noble, the man I interviewed.
Yeah.
He had many wives.
Yeah, it was interesting.
But anyway, to finish the story about my name. Okay. So I'm going on these YouTube channels, on ex-Jehovah's Witnesses channels, to be interviewed about my experience, right? Okay. And I'm using my real name, Susan Brewer. And one of the channel holders, a really big channel holder, Lloyd Evans, said, "You really need to stop using your real name." Well, I don't care if people know who I am. Hell, I doxed myself on my own channel on purpose. I was doing a live and I said, if you people want to know where I live, look, here's my mailbox. And I turned the camera and just showed them my freaking address. Screw them. I don't give a shit. I really don't. So anyway, at that point, I was talking about things I had not been allowed to talk about for 8 years. So it became just a clever play on lip lock from the motorcycle club that now I am lip locked no more. You cannot shut me up.
I love that.
Yeah.
Look at what one hot mess says. From A to Ziggy, Liplock has it all. So that it's from A to Z.
Mm-hmm.
Well, whoever said that, thank you.
I was about to say something, but I was about to say, if you have to go, I totally understand. He keeps. I know you're tired. Poor guy. He didn't get any sleep last night. So I totally get it. If you want
I will hold my eyes open with toothpicks.
No, I don't want you doing that. If you're like super.
Good. I'll see.
Well, and honey, another reason I'm lip locked no more.
Your own apartment down here if you want to sleep on a couch.
Another reason I'm lip locked no more is that, as most people know, I'm a survivor of child sexual abuse. And, my abuser told me, if you tell anybody, I'll kill your mother. Well, I was 6 years old.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Wow.
So I didn't tell anybody until I was 21 years old. So I was lip locked over that for years. And I also don't discuss my rape as a young adult at the age of 21 when I was held hostage in my own apartment overnight. I woke up being raped.
Oh my God.
By a guy that broke out my dining room window and broke into my house.
Okay, so that was when you were an adult. I never dealt with any type of sexual assault when I was a child, thank God.
Yeah.
But
I was 21 and I was performing, as a vocalist. And long story short, what the guy did was he followed me home, but I didn't know it after the gig. So it's like, the lounge closed at 1:30 in the morning. So it was probably 2 or 2:30 before I got home in the morning. So I go straight to bed.
Yeah, you do need to write a book. Somebody say you need to write a book. Yeah, you have a very interesting life story.
Yeah. Anyway, he ended up in prison and.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What is that, Ziggy?
Oh, I just was shocked. There's nothing wrong with it. I was just shocked.
I heard that the other day. I heard that Andy Bernard was setting up a YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
But we were just talking about. I was just talking about CSI earlier, but and so that's why I was like, oh wow, because which I can't.
What do you guys think of that? Do you mind? Do you want to address that? What do you think of him setting up a channel?
Everybody else has with this case. Why not him?
I think I think it would be cool if he did his own channel. I don't know about. I don't know. I feel like no, that's awesome if they want to do that. But every time some people make a channel together, it's just I don't know how people will figure out all. How money is always
I think that she's just primarily helping him get set up.
Okay. Well then.
So Piper's going to help Andy.
I think that will be great. I would love to hear his side.
I'm dying to hear his side. Yeah, I would like. He's the only one of everyone involved, in the web of Summer's case that I'm actually genuinely. I would interview him. I haven't had any interest in interviewing anybody else, but I'd like to interview Andy Bernard.
Not Andrew, Elizabeth, but Andy. Not Andrew, not H's dad. We're talking about Jody Souza.
Not Andrew Hiltz. Hey, is he really flying in there tonight on a red eye? They said he was flying.
Oh, is that what he said?
I saw it in the chat earlier. I saw it. I think it was in Justin's chat, maybe.
Well, that's been he put it in a chat room.
He's always been nice to me, but I don't know. Fighting, how is he going to get on a red eye? Yeah, I've never watched them. I've actually never watched one of his videos, so I know like people have opinions about him, and I have never. I don't know. I guess I've never. He really didn't have a relationship with H. So, I mean, what kind of viewpoint would he have about the case that I would be interested in? Really,
he's the only one I've ever kind of went after on my channel, like ever.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I definitely.
Because
he's been always not very respectful towards me and stuff. So I mean, I hate to like be too mean, but yeah, I mean, there's definitely things that I've noticed that I don't agree with, but with
me want a hot shower.
But yeah,
I'm not really one to judge a book by its cover. I'm really not. But the very first time I saw him cammed up, I was like, nope.
Yeah. Hey, Glitter Queen. I don't know if that's really Glitter Queen, but if it is, hi. I just want to make sure. I don't know if it's the real one. It's a different picture, but yeah, I don't know. I know that that's pretty much what the majority thinks of him. So, yeah. I don't know. Like I have. Yeah.
Well, we all have a right. I mean, we all have a right to have a channel if we want to start one, right?
True.
But.
Hey, Robert and friends. Yeah. I mean, the Satanist thing. That sounds pretty scary but I do know like there was. I mean, she hasn't been around for a while, I don't think, but I do know one lady that came in here. She claimed it, huh? She what?
I was just flipping.
No, she claimed to be a Satanist and I don't know, she was kind of offended by people's like reactions and stuff. So I'm trying to be like, I mean, it definitely doesn't sound like something I would want to do.
To be an atheist to me is if you're an atheist, but Satanist, why do you?
I don't know. Satan? I don't. Yeah, some people that I guess from what little I know say that. Like it's misunderstood, but I don't know. I don't know how.
It's Satan.
I don't know how. I'm trying to be respectful of people's religion choice, but I don't know what people would want to. I don't know. I wouldn't. I'll always, as far as I
respect all religions.
Yeah, I'll try to respect them all, but I'm not. It's difficult because I am a Christian, so it's hard to.
Oh yeah, he proudly admits it, Tina.
Well, that sort of thing freaks a lot of us out. Anything that we don't understand.
That's true.
Can really freak us out. That's why I'm willing to research just about anything. But that's an area that I'm just not interested in. I'm a Christian and like you guys, I respect everyone's belief, even though I have been an atheist. So how can I not respect?
An atheist, that's different, or agnostic, that's different.
But being a Christian, I'm not even interested in toying with any of that.
No, yeah, I don't know if I really care to understand it.
I just don't want to open that up.
Right? Yeah, I'm not going to open that door.
They say something like, that I don't know, that it's supposedly all about just not. I don't know. Like, who's your God? It would be Satan as your God. Well, that's the devil. So, the devil's evil. So, why would I want?
Why would anybody worship something?
Yeah. So evil? It doesn't sound.
I mean, it's just.
I've heard of people saying that it's misunderstood, but I don't know. I
do think that it is in the general populace. I do think that it is misunderstood because you can say the word Satanist and people's minds automatically go to some sort of sacrifice or torture, or, full moon and chanting and robes and all that that's all theatrics.
Right.
That's Hollywood. That's bullshit. That's not what real Satanists practice if you study it on an intellectual level. And that's all I've done. You know, as far as I know, I've never met a Satanist. So I really cannot speak knowledgeably about it because I don't know enough of, you know, I don't. But what little bit I have done, most people's image is a Hollywood image, and that's not the reality.
Yeah. Well, you are just like I was going to say earlier, a natural entertainer. You could tell you were born that way. That's how
Honey,
I look at it.
I've been a show off all my life.
Yeah, that's
I really
like,
know.
people,
I really have. I have. I've always, anytime they were offer me the stage, boom, I'm the first one up there. First time I sang in front of public was at the Assembly of God Church in Norfolk, Arkansas. It was Sunday. It was Easter Sunday morning, and I had on my little pink frilly dress. I was 4 years old, and I sang "Do Lord."
Aww.
And
you can tell that you're just.
And they didn't have to nudge me to get me to do it.
Yeah, you don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to like. You're probably one that didn't really have to take any type of classes, like acting classes or anything like that. I mean, I know they all do, but
well, I took vocal coaching for 8 years. From the time I was 10 until I was 18, I took professional vocal coaching, you know, so that you learn how to breathe properly and how to project to the balcony and all of that business. But no, other than that, I don't have any training. I was
chaotic. I would love to. I would totally. I don't know about Justin. But I would totally. It's hard to sometimes like be able to, for everybody's schedules to collide. And Justin's became more busy since he started his channel. He used to have so much more time to hang out in the chat and stuff. I know how it is but I would totally do that. And I understand what you're saying, Remy. I get that too. And I don't want to get too much into the religious talk because I know that always is like a no-no.
Religion.
It's arguments, and that's why I was being careful with the whole Satanist thing. But
yeah,
I mean, it does kind of freak me out if I'm not gonna lie. But I don't want to offend anybody. But you know, it does. It does, and I understand. It's like what Liplocked was saying is not. You're freaked out by what you don't know, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know how you can misinterpret it, Satanist, but I don't know. And I get it too, because for me about the whole thing about being agnostic, because the one thing that always gets me is I don't understand like what basically like what we were talking about earlier, what like Liplocked went through as a child. That type of stuff I don't get. Like that's that's what really gives me pause sometimes, and it's really hard to understand. I guess it's not for us to understand, but still I can see why people would, why people say, oh, if there was a God, then why would this happen? Or
well, it's definitely not fair.
Yeah.
I mean,
as a child, you're supposed to be innocent.
Well, but my husband is one of the, and it took me years to get accustomed to him saying this, what I'm about to say. But anytime my husband hears that phrase, he will lovingly but firmly say, whoever told you life would be fair?
That's true.
It isn't.
It's not.
So that's why we've got to make the very best of what we have.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're right.
That's true. Life isn't fair, and it is important.
Life is not fair, and anybody expects it to be, in my opinion, will always be disappointed.
You're very much so. Mm-hmm. Very much so. And yeah.
I don't know. See, the whole suffering for your sins in a past life thing, I don't know. That's really, I don't know. It's just hard for me to, when it comes to the children thing, but I understand that life's not fair, but it's hard to tell a kid, oh, life's not, can you imagine somebody saying that to you when you were a kid?
I would never say that to a kid. I would do everything.
That's, it's not I know.
My husband would say it to a kid. He said it to ours.
Well, I would say No, I'm talking about the essay that you went through. Can you imagine?
Oh, well, I didn't, he was 36 and I was 6. And this went on from the time I was 6 until I was 8 years old. Okay. He was my mother's. I thought that they were married, but my dad died when I was 3.5. And so this guy was actually my mom's boyfriend. But we're talking about the late 50s and early 1960s, and people didn't live together without being married back then. It was called shacking up.
Yeah.
And my mother, Mama didn't want the reputation of being shacked up. So she told everybody they were married, but they weren't.
Sure.
I didn't know that till later on in life. But I didn't realize just how creepy this one element of it. Now I have granddaughters. And when my oldest granddaughter, who's now in her early 30s, had her 6th birthday, and I saw her size compared to a grown man, was the first time it really hit me what a 6-year-old little girl is compared to a 36-year-old man. So a lot of my attitude now about how I ain't taking no shit off of nobody at no time for no reason is because I lived a great number of years in my early life feeling powerless. When you're that young and someone that old has that much control over you, you feel like you don't have any control over what's going on.
Yeah.
And so or at least I should speak for myself, not everyone, it impacts everyone, the same but different. So I spent so many years as a young person feeling like I didn't have any power, that once I realized I did, once somebody told me, you are very powerful, you just don't see it yet. Once I realized that is when I went, pow, I really don't. I don't take any shit off anybody for any reason at any time. You can't live through what I've lived through. And for any of the crap we put up with as creators, people coming at us sideways, people insulting that my teeth are gray, people insulting my age. I'm like,
that's like that's nothing.
Come on.
I mean, it does make you a stronger person, I guess, if you want to look at it positive.
You can't be held hostage overnight in your apartment and raped all night long and give a flying fuck about what anybody says to you as a YouTube creator.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. And another thing, the older, or at least the older I get, the things I was stressed about when I was in my 19, 20, 25, I don't stress about as much anymore.
Yeah.
It's like there's a lot of freedom with aging. You know what I mean? And internally, at least.
Yes. Big time.
Internally. Yeah. That's the beauty of aging. That is one of the beautiful things.
Wouldn't it be amazing to feel like, or be this way, or how you are now when you were younger? I mean, you'd be able to enjoy your 20s way more.
But then you wouldn't have the lessons either, though.
I mean, you'd be at your best, your best, like, you'd be, you'd look good, you would be wise, and you know what I mean? Yes. And you wouldn't be so self-conscious, be confident. Yeah, that would be amazing, but that's just not how it works, I guess.
No, it comes with time.
There's a lot of people, though, that don't even, those that don't learn from their mistakes and stuff, though, they don't.
Some people just keep repeating it, man. I'm like, how the hell do you live in this cycle?
Yeah, they don't get that. Like you're saying, that beauty of it, of aging, because they stay the same, because they don't learn from their mistakes. It's kind of like, it's, if you want to get to that, have that freedom inside of you where you're, content and not so worried about, like, worrying about superficial stuff, like people, saying stuff about, like you were saying about your teeth or whatever, just comments like nobody cares about that when you get to a point like confident or not, just like whatever.
I've lived through a lot more than this,
Yeah. Well, and you guys have heard me say to the ones, I know that most of your audience, a lot of my viewers are here as well. And so they've heard me say, and I truly mean this. For those who want to come at me about my age, here's the deal. I'm 70. I look fucking awesome. Let's face it. Okay. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, come on. But here's what I say. Here's what I say. Eventually, you will either be my age or you'll be dead.
That's right.
And either way, I'm perfectly content.
Yes.
So
they think it's not even like an insult, because everybody gets and like you're actually get happier with yourself as you get older. Like Joseph was saying, it's like you're more content. Usually, as long as you're like you learn from your mistakes and stuff, you're not people those ones that feel like they're not ever like wrong and always don't learn from their mistakes, they're miserable when they get older.
I would think so.
And it's funny that the ones saying things about your age or whatever is like you look better than them. It's great. I mean, like really, usually.
And on a little bit more serious note about age and the attacks that I get from, and everybody knows who it is that attacks me, so we don't even need to give them any recognition. But now I lost my train of thought. How would they feel if it was their mother or their grandmother or their favorite aunt that was being spoken of the way they speak of me in regards to age?
That's right. Well, how about they just need to realize that it's another fellow human being, and you're supposed to be respectful to your elders.
That's the way I was brought up. I wouldn't even, at my age now, Justin, anybody that is older than me is still Mr. or Mrs. unless they give me permission to call them by their first name.
Right.
I was brought up to respect my elders, but of course, I was brought up around respectable elders.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still feel like you're 20 years old and like I feel like inside like I'm still 20 years old. Like I don't feel. Do you still feel like, because I'm just wondering if that ever changes?
Not for somebody like me.
Yes.
I mean, there are some people that don't age very gracefully, but in my head, it depends on what day it is, but some days I'm like 19, and then some other days I'm more like 25, and then once in a while I'm 90. So.
Yeah. I hope I'm like that. I hope I'm like young.
Oh, you will be. Oh,
I think I will be.
No, you will be. You will be. I wish that I were young enough to see you when you get to be my age. I'll be long gone by then. But I think that you are going to.
Not necessarily.
I think you're going to just keep blossoming and developing. That's what I predict.
Yeah, as long as I keep like moving, trying to do the next right thing and learning from mistakes, unless something just like major happens and I'm just like basically like F life, and I don't know. I can't imagine. I think that I know a lot of people who say that their like best time of their lives has been like when they were,
40s and 50s, everybody says.
Or I even know people in their 60s and 70s are like, oh, this is my favorite time of my life.
Yeah.
Of course everyone wants to.
I wish we could all learn to enjoy every moment of our life.
Yeah.
Not a particular decade or a particular age, but like today I woke up. There's never one, and I don't say that just because of my age. Anybody. If you woke up this morning, that's the first good thing that happened to you.
Yes.
Do you feel like do you physically feel the same?
Well, honey, I have multiple sclerosis for one thing. So that
It's hard to
impacts
get
me
around,
from
like,
time to time. But there's nothing. I still mow my own yard with a push mower, and I have a great big yard. But when I get down on my hands and knees to videotape the kitty cats, it's hard to get back up.
Do you feel physically the same as you when you were 20?
No.
Have you ever said your age on? Or do you care
I'm
to say?
37.
Oh, okay.
So.
I was wondering if, I figure you were a few years younger than me, but so you don't feel any different than when you were 20 physically either?
No, I think your body changes, but I think you're always, I've asked a lot of elders, how they feel. They always say, I feel the same your soul never changes.
Right.
You are who you are from the day you were born, your inner core. But it's just, like I asked my grandmother, she would say, I still feel the same, but I look in the mirror and I'm different. I'm physically different, but I still feel
like the same person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't know. When you haven't experienced something, it's like, I don't know. Like, do you still
the best advice I can give you is take care of yourself now.
Mm-hmm.
So do you worry like you worry did you worry when you were younger? And sorry, finish what you were saying, but I need
I was just going to say the best advice I can give anybody that's younger than me is start right now to do the best. And I'm not talking about going to the gym and all. No, I'm actually talking more about your mindset. But do your best now to be a positive person and to take care of yourself physically, to eat right, to get rest and drink plenty of soda pop. And, because the better care you take of yourself now, the better you're going to be later on in life.
Yes, it's an investment. It literally is.
Yeah, you're investing in your own future.
Yeah. I always say, a lot of people are very afraid to talk about their age and everything. But I always say, you should be glad that you're however old you are right now, because millions, if not billions of people before us never made it to that age.
That's right.
Never made it to that age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Summer.
Right.
Summer.
Even 20 years old. Didn't even make it to 20. Didn't even get to start life.
Didn't even get a start.
It's crazy. And hey, how about this? Has one thing I've noticed as I've gotten older, I wonder, do you think that time has gone faster as you get older? Like when you're younger, days went slower, right?
My God, it goes so fast.
But now years go by faster. And does it get quicker and quicker as you get older? I mean, have you noticed that it goes by faster and faster as you get older? Or do you think?
Well, yes, I do. You're making me remember my mom, who lived to be 93, by the way.
Oh, that's amazing.
Excuse me for the cough. When I was 15, I would say to my mom, I can't hardly wait to be 16 so I can get my driver's license.
Yeah.
I can't hardly wait to be 18 and graduate from high school.
Yeah.
I can hardly wait to be 21 so I can go to a bar and get a drink. Okay.
Yeah.
And through all of that, my mom would say, one of these days, the days are going to go so quickly, you're going to wish you had all these days back that you just
You're like, yeah, I know, right? I remember being like that too.
Like so many of us, if we have any level of wisdom whatsoever, and you grew up around the kind of people I grew up around, you're the smartest person in the world when you're 16. And then you get old like me and you realize just how smart all of those people really were when you were growing up.
Oh, yeah.
And so to answer your question, yes, the older it happens exactly. But I think one reason for the phenomenon of that is I think that when we become older, we're more aware of time and the passage of time.
That's what I say. Yeah.
When you're a little kid, you know when it's daylight and when it's dark.
It takes ever to get to like 18. It feels like.
Yeah,
I know.
but it takes nothing to get from like 30 to 40, or it was like a blink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you get 40, it's a huge, like, you think, oh my gosh, when I turned 30, I didn't get upset. It was fine. 30 is like the best year, I think, ever. I think 30s are, if I could stay at no, I like the wisdom that you get as you get older, though, and being more content. I was still, yeah. I mean, it's a process, I guess, obviously. But
well, and I was wild. I mean, what we used to call wild. You know?
And when you have exactly, and I was in my 20s, I was definitely very wild. Very. I have so many stories. Like I wish I could sit here and tell you guys stories. You would be like, oh my God.
I've told people before, I can tell you the truth about my life and you would think I was making it up.
I know that you have, I know you have some great stories. I can tell that you've, it does make my life better now that I experienced that in my 20s. And now I'm like over it, because I overdid it to a point that I'm over. I did my lifetime.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I was a cocaine addict for 3 years from the spring of 1982 to September 25th of 1985. Yeah. I mean, man.
It starts out like a fun thing. Like,
yeah. But it didn't wind up being a whole lot of fun.
No, but it does start out. It does. You do have some really good times, like partying.
Yeah.
Like, I used to go to the raves and stuff like that. Oh my God. I mean, but see, that's the thing. That's like kind of like the talk the subject that has came up on here before about, parents being too controlling of kids, and like what that does. I don't know. Because my parents were very, very strict, and I didn't get to even, really go to the movies with friends or anything like that. I was surprised I was allowed to go to prom, when I was shocked that my dad let me. But I never could go do things. So once I went off to college, like, I just went wild, and it just didn't stop. It was like a party for at least 10 years. And, but I went through, I had great, amazing times, but it was like nothing in the middle. Now it's more balanced. Like, it's all through, it's not amazing, it doesn't get real bad though, like it used to. It's either my 20s, it would either be really like a lot of fun, like, or just real bad. Nothing like, now it's just much more like,
it's more smooth sailing.
And it's better.
But also, a lot of times you don't think you're having fun in those times, and you look back and you're like, damn, those weren't really bad. That wasn't really that bad.
And also, it wasn't so bad after all. Yeah.
Or the things that you would I think you were the one who mentioned it about, like the stuff that you would worry about when you were younger, that is like, you look back and be like, oh my God, that is so stupid. I can't believe I was like all upset. Or the worrying, like how I used to worry so much more when I was younger about, or, like things people would say would hurt me like much more than they do now. But,
I got a kitty going crazy in the window. I'm sorry. I got this.
Oh no, you're fine. If you need to speak,
I've never been really much of a worrier.
They think that I could see Justin at a rave.
Oh, can you see him headbanging? I can see Justin.
He hasn't really done any. Didn't you say you haven't even smoked weed?
I've smoked weed twice in my life. I've never done any other drug other than pills and weed.
That's crazy. So did you do a lot of partying? Because oh wow. Because I was gonna say, how did you not run into that stuff? I pretty much have done everything.
Yeah, me too.
But my thing was like pills. But
I had a good year and a half of sowing my oats.
Did you?
Yep.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. No, I was just crazy.
Yeah. Well, I think that it did help me. Did help the substances, I'll say, did help me open up and be who I really am. I guess it did help me in a way. Actually, I know it's weird to say, but
it got you out of your.
Yeah, it got me out of my shell. I was so painfully shy.
it lessened your inhibitions, and so you were
Yeah.
able to be a little more free and open.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm still shy,
I want a really good friend asked me one time, and this is years ago. Are you trying to escape from something or to something? And I answered yes. And she said, no, wait a minute. That was
Which
an
one?
either. She said that was an either or question. And I said, not if you're me. It depends on the day.
Mm-hmm.
Some days I was doing drugs to get away from something, and other days I was doing drugs to get to something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, but that was, I mean, I still smoke weed, but it's legal weed from the dispensary, you know, because I have multiple sclerosis.
I wish I could, but.
Oh, I mean, listen, if I liked weed, I would smoke it anytime I wanted to, but I just don't, it gives me anxiety.
Oh, I didn't like it when I first started it, but it's something that you learn to love after time.
I gotta kiss my hubby goodnight.
Okay.
He's got, whoop, watch out.
Like, I bet anything her husband's probably way more like, kind of like how Marissa's is, not as outgoing. Is he like, is he like, oh, hi. Is he way shyer than you are?
No, he is not shy.
He's outgoing like you are?
Go away. No, he's not shy. He's a biker. He's a retired biker. No, he's not shy at all.
Because I noticed,
awesome.
you know,
that's very
like
sweet.
in relationships, usually there's one person that's way more outgoing than the other.
Yeah.
Now he's not boisterous and like I am. He's a Taurus for one thing. So he's like stoic and sort of laid back and chill and real practical and all of that kind of thing. But he's a wow man on the inside.
Yeah. You like bad boys, don't you?
Oh, I do.
I do too, but
my boyfriends always had the hottest car.
Yeah.
I
used to be into that, but yeah.
Well, they had to be good looking too. I was picky about looks, but even more than that, I was picky about their personality. Yeah. They had to be able to have a conversation, intelligent conversation. They had to love music, and they had to love movies, and they had to love books. That was my first 4 prerequisites. And a hot car.
Yeah. I think that I'm one of the, I think personality does a lot for like a guy's attractiveness.
Oh, yeah.
Especially like funny guys and
people can make you laugh.
Yeah, funny guys. Yeah. Guys are lucky because they can pretty much get whoever they want if they have the right personality. But a woman, but a woman you have. I mean, because guys are more like about like looks. I think. I mean, but there is a lot of women. Now there is a lot, like you said.
Guys are more about looks with women, and I think women are more about how the man makes them feel.
Yeah,
I would agree with that. Yeah, but Bob, you should have seen him during the disco era, though. I'm not kidding you. I am not kidding you. Hair, the feathered back, and sprayed down with Final Net hairspray like a helmet. Okay. leisure suit with the great big collar on the shirt and all shiny, and those big old platform shoes, and he could
do the disco.
He could disco, and disco is his road name with the motorcycle club.
Well, dancing's a very attractive trait for him.
Oh, and roller skating. He could dance on roller skates.
Yeah. That's funny. That's like my ex did that because he's older. He can do all that stuff on skates. He could dance on skates and stuff. He rolls around like a freaking
And I'm like pulling myself along the rail on the wall in the roller skating rink, you know.
Yeah, I know. I've never been one that's very graceful ever. I mean, at all. hair looking like a cat licked it down. No, I don't think she said she said the feathered look, right? Like it was a
his hair. Yeah, he had Farrah Fawcett hair. If anybody remembers Farrah Fawcett, it's all feathered back on the sides, and kind of long and flowing in the back.
Oh, gosh, she got frozen. For a second, you were frozen with your mouth open. That was funny. Yeah, like it's gonna. Yeah, now that's gonna be.
Yeah. I like doing stuff like that so that the ones that like to take a little clip or a little frame, the one that makes you look the very shittiest you can possibly look, right, in a freeze frame. I love to do weird shit like that. And I'll be, here's one for you.
Yeah.
Take that.
Yeah, I mean, it's if you can laugh at yourself, it's really. I mean,
I crack myself up. I think I'm hilarious.
Yeah, I know. That's why I make up these stories about the dog drinking Diet Coke and the dog or Latina getting her ears pierced and stuff, because people actually believe it, and I just think it's.
I know that blew me away. I'm like, how freaking obvious is it that this is a joke? I mean, why do you have to have it explained to you that that's a joke?
Yeah, I think they know that. They just want something to make me look bad.
Yeah, don't get me started, because you know me.
One person was spreading around that the whole photo op thing, and was a real thing, that I'm charging $50 for pictures of Athena at the Vigil.
You made the
but
thing about
I figured we might as well have fun with it. If people are going to turn your words around on every single thing you say, you might as well make up things to put out
I think you should lay her on her side and take a picture of her with all of her nipples showing, and then do that thing where you make like a thumbnail, but you put like how you put the earrings in her ear in the one thumbnail. Go ahead and put the nipple rings in all of her nipples in the picture and make a thumbnail out of it.
Okay.
Yes, I agree.
Do they even I don't know, can you see their nipples when they haven't had babies?
I don't. If you get her a Brazilian wax, we can see them.
Yes.
Oh my God, that's so funny. I 100% saw someone in a different chat that was so mad that Ziggy pierced the dog's ear. Oh, what was that one? Three Healers. Do you know who that is? Mm-hmm. She was really, truly believing that she's so gullible. I told you guys I was voted most gullible in high school. Did you hear me say that? Yeah. Well,
I can totally see that.
I was highly offended at the time, but it's definitely was very naive, and I'm still obviously like.
You still are.
Imagine me 25 years ago.
Yeah. You believe everything you said.
Well, I guess I took people at their word, like that they were saying, because I've always been so very. I don't know what I say is what it is.
You're very trusting.
That's why I step over the line as one of your moderators, because you are so gullible, and people get, I mod for a lot of channels, that. And like I mod for Justin. Okay. I do shit in your, as a mod for you, Ziggy, that I don't do anywhere else. It's like, I just try to stay real neutral and be like Switzerland and just welcome people and just follow the terms of service and whatnot. But I get in Ziggy's chat, and I'm like, somebody be coming in and they'll be coming at Ziggy sideways or something like that. And I'll be like, oh, fuck, no, you don't. And I'll be putting it in the chat. And there have been times in your chat that I've said to the other mods, and I don't think you see it because you'll be talking, but I'll say to the other mods, I don't think I'm capable of being fair here in this as a moderator right now. So I'm going to step back, because I get really defensive I don't do that with any of the other channel holders. I don't know why. But with Ziggy, I get like really defensive, and I just like, you better back off of her.
This is what I've always said about Ziggy. Ziggy doesn't have a mean bone in her body.
No, she does not.
She doesn't have a mean bone in her body. I mean, even when she's mad, she's funny sometimes, because she doesn't even sound mad.
She was okay. Yeah. she's talking the other day on a live, and I won't say who, okay. And she starts pointing out all of the positive potential qualities of this person. And I'm like, she and I'm like sitting out here modding, and I'm like, I want to bitch slap you, Ziggy, right now, because but that's how good she is, Justin. That's how good Ziggy is. She will look for the good in the most evil person walking on the face of the earth.
Oh my God. Justin's like seriously dying. It's so funny. I've never seen him laugh like this. It's so true. I honestly, people think that it's like offensive, make fun of me or something. I think it's funny. I like making fun of myself.
I mean, I'm like, this person just literally attacked you, and you're sitting there defending them. Okay, it's your show.
That's what I'm like. Ziggy, what the fuck are you doing? And she's like, I'm trying to give him another chance.
Yeah. I know.
But anyway, all of your other bots have become accustomed to, if Liplocked NoMore says I need to stretch and have a cigarette, they know I'm pissed off and I'll be back in a little bit.
Yeah. And it's funny. It's really funny, but I have got myself in some really bad situations because of being so like that. Yeah. Like, well, not.
She's not forgiving.
I know that they're not good people. I know that like you said, it's about giving them a chance.
You don't like to tell people no.
Yeah, I don't like to tell people no. I used to be really bad. I'd get myself in situations like where I'd be dating guys I don't even want to be dating because I didn't want to hurt their feelings. Seriously, it'd be bad. Yeah. And then and the thing is, when you're like that, that's definitely not a good thing. That's leading somebody on.
Well, it's not good for you.
It just makes it worse. I've been in.
Well, there are some people, honey, that it's worth giving another chance. Yeah. There are some people that it's worth. I've been given another chance many, many times in my life.
Absolutely.
But then there are some people that the second or third time, then we got the Albert Einstein thing going on with repeating the same action over and over again, expecting a different outcome.
Yeah. Well, I think it's about
I just keep sitting back as one of your mods going, oh, this is about the fifth time this asshole has done this to her. Let's see if she's going to let him do it again. And she'll sit there and forgive them one more time. And the reason it makes me angry, it doesn't make me angry at Ziggy. It makes me angry at the assholes that keep doing it.
Well, it's not, I'm not like where I'll go to somebody and beg them to, I will not beg somebody to, I will not go to them. But if they come to me and, apologize, I give them a chance after chance after chance. But I do not ever chase somebody, whether it's a boyfriend or a friend, ever, never. I never will go out of my way to, ask somebody. I mean, I might once, but I'm not going to sit there and beg. Yeah. I don't want anybody around me that
doesn't want to be.
Yeah, that is just around me because I'm begging
them to. Because they're not there because they want to be.
Yeah.
They're there because you've made them feel guilty or because, I'm not,
I'm sure as hot as you are, I'm sure that you dealt with guys, some crazy guys before you were in a biker gang or involved with bikers and stuff. So haven't you ever had a guy that would like be so psycho that they'd be like, oh, I'm going to kill myself if you don't stay with me. And I like you never had that kind of shit?
No, because
actually I used to, people would do that to me. And I would feel bad. But
wait a minute. Actually, I have. You made me. I have. And it was the person that tried domestic violence with me. But it only happened one time, and it was the last time I saw him. He's sitting on the sofa, and his 16-year-old daughter is right there in the living room with us, and he's whacked out on something or other, and he's got like a little derringer or something in his hand, and he's like, I'm gonna, and here's the type I am, and your audience probably won't like this at all.
Oh no, I tell him to do
Okay.
it. That's what I do.
And he was like, I'm gonna. And I said, go the fuck ahead and do it and get it over with and shut the fuck up.
I mean,
do
it's
it.
so horrible.
You know what he did? You know what he did? He laid the damn gun down. It wasn't loaded anyway. But I'm just saying, but I'm just not the type of person that puts up with that kind of shit.
Yeah.
So I don't ever get hooked up with anybody like that.
It's a form of manipulation.
Yeah, it's mind games.
Yeah.
They're trying to manipulate.
It's real
to kill. You know, it's over you. It's more of their mental issue that they're having with whatever. You know, it's
it's a manipulate, like you said, manipulation. Because they're not going to do that. If they were going to, they wouldn't say so. I don't think.
Exactly.
Yeah, because
I've actually known several people in my life. I'm sorry, there's a gnat flying in front of my face. I've actually known several people in my life who did do what we're talking about.
Okay. Usually.
And nobody knew they were going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They didn't tell anybody. It was a done deal and over with. So anyway, so do it, but no, I don't tend to hook up with those kind of people. Don't tend to be attracted to me.
Yeah. I could see, but and I could see why they would be attracted to me, because I'm like, when you're like really passive, I guess, like myself, or you come off of like a woman, so people don't mess with you.
I see through people very quickly. It doesn't take me long at all to see right into who somebody is. And there's there's very rarely, I shouldn't say never anything, but there's very rarely anything a person can do at a certain point that I can't see through. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying that's how it is.
Right.
So it just doesn't take long at all for me to go, I see exactly who you are, no matter what kind of mask you put on.
Yeah, I feel like I don't even know if like gullible or naive is like the real word, because I feel like I do see through people, but I still give them chances. Like I can tell that they're not good people, but I could see that what they're trying to do. Like that lady came on my panel. I knew what she was doing. I knew she was trying to mess with me. I knew it immediately. Yeah.
I think you.
I don't know why I do that.
I think you just don't want to tell people to know and like hurt people's feelings, and even though they're inconsiderate of your feelings, you know, it's a two-way street. And also the word "no" is a complete sentence. It is a complete sentence.
You could just say no.
Yes,
you don't have to explain yourself.
Just say no.
I'm always explaining myself.
You do not have to explain yourself.
Yeah. I could, that's true. But because it's not like I'm like so unaware of things. Like I see who these people are and stuff. I see it, and I know that they're, but it's just, I don't know.
Do you think maybe it's because, Ziggy, you're very sensitive and you have a really big heart, and as you've let us, your audience, know, when you were younger, you would cry at the drop of a hat. I think that was the phrase you used.
Right.
Okay. And I wonder sometimes if it's because you don't want to make people feel the way you felt.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
That I was saying that. I think I was saying that earlier today on my live, or recently. Yes, that is exactly what it is. I am able to put myself easily in other people's shoes. Some people cannot do that, because
I know
some people are not. A lot of people can't do that. I think, especially creators here on.
It's very easy to do that. Just how would you feel if you were in that situation?
If it were you.
And think of it.
Yeah.
But people
That's
don't.
what I do.
They just automatically throw people to the wolves.
Yeah. I try to do that. I used to, I mean, you guys, well, I was very, I guess people thought I was innocent. I guess I always had even an innocent look. Like when I was in, when I ended up in jail because DUI, people would just like would think it was so funny to see me in there because they're like, you look so innocent. And it's like, well, I was not really innocent at all. Like not when, I was in high school and stuff. But once I got out, I just didn't have an opportunity to, I was very wild in my 20s. Like, yeah.
The night I spent in jail, the guy that was fingerprinting me, he's doing the fingerprinting, and while he's doing it, he's looking at me going, "Why are you here? You don't belong here. Why are you here?" And he's rolling my fingerprints. And I said, "Well, I don't belong here and I won't be here for long. But I was there overnight and I hated every moment of it."
Yeah.
I strongly advise people stay out of jail.
Yeah, I guess I don't know what intrepid means or whatever, but that is true. I am not like an afraid person at all, which is kind of a bad thing for me because I'm way too laid back and people call it trusting, but I don't even think it's trusting, like, because I'm not, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Wow. Hold on, I'll address that, but I don't even think it's like trusting. It's like, I don't know how to explain it, but I don't know. I got sidetracked what I was saying. Like,
I think you want to believe the best of everyone. And I think that you want to see everyone be the best they can be.
I do, even the one that I've got the protector for, I meant what I was saying to that guy I was talking to, what I said to that Sam guy, when I was saying I want her to, because I feel like she's still struggling with like addiction of some kind. And I mean it, I was like, I want to see her. I know I was in a place like that at one time, and my life is completely different. And yes. I felt like I love seeing people do that. People can be people who go from like,
there's a lot of good people that are addicted.
People who go from that point to changing their life around have a lot of potential to change people's lives.
Mm-hmm. And I've known drug addicts who were really good people, and I've known real assholes who never did a drug in their life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So people who are addicted, they're usually very sensitive, at least with some part of themselves.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I know what I was saying about the afraid thing. Yeah, I'm not afraid. Like most people are very cautious and stuff. I guess could be kind of a trusting thing. Mm-hmm. Maybe I am too trusting and not just realize it. I mean, I know it comes off trusting, and maybe I am. Maybe that's why I am not afraid. Like when people are usually afraid or cautious, like how you were like about Ben Hill, like when I was asking about going over to, with me, you were like real cautious and stuff.
Last time.
And I've noticed that's how most people are. I'm not cautious like that. So it can be like I don't get afraid as easily as other people do. I think I don't know why.
Well, you see the best in people. Like you don't see the other ways, I mean, you went on, not to bring up the bone subject, but you went on Ben Hill and, this guy's played, was it a prank on you?
No, I don't think so, but I would love to talk to him again and ask him. I mean, that's what Jody Sue thinks, but I thought that's why really, when I was saying earlier, I think it was you, us. I don't know if it was you who I was saying this to. I really want I know what I was talking about. It wasn't to you, but it was about people being possessive over like certain people in this case, like how I feel like Tiama's with Summer, how others are with certain people. And like, I was the first to talk to Fred Hill. But the thing is with that, I really want other people to talk to him because I want to see other people's impression of him.
Right.
You've never given the impression that you think you own Fred Hill.
No, I want,
it's,
I want other people I want to see their impression, because sometimes, like you said, I want to believe the best. I took him as a really great, I thought he seemed like a great person. Of course, I don't know him, but he was you know.
Well, and obviously everything turned out okay. But as you may recall, I'm one of the people that was in your chat that night, and being an old lady from the hills and hollers of Arkansas, I was very familiar with a little thing called snipe hunting. And the very first thing that went through my head when I realized you were going somewhere and you were going to, I'm like in your chat and I'm like, oh my God, he may be taking her on a snipe hunt. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Because do you know what a snipe hunt is, Ziggy?
Yeah.
No. What?
Okay. And it's a real popular practical joke to play, but it ain't so damn fun for the one on the other end. Okay. If anybody ever says we're going to grab some tow sacks or burlap bags because we need to go out, there's some snipes out in the woods. We got to get out and we got to go snipe hunting. And here's what they do. Like you went into the woods with Fred. They take you to the woods. They say, okay, you need to sit down right here and hold this tow sack, and I'm going to chase them, and they'll come to you, and you catch them when they come. And then what they do is they walk off and leave you alone in the forest. And I was scared. I was so
No, we didn't. He didn't take me in. We weren't in the woods.
Okay, see, we're out here and we don't know that, or I don't, and I'm envisioning.
It wasn't just me. I had a local with me.
I know, but we're out here and we can't come through the computer and save you if you need saved.
I guess I
mean, last time Marissa was my bodyguard. I mean, I wasn't fucking scared of nothing with Marissa over there. She might be this tall, but
yeah.
It's so funny because I always thought Marissa was like super tall, but she's not. I guess
she's not. How tall is she?
5 foot, right?
I don't know.
She's like super short.
I'm 4'11". How?
Oh wow! I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Short. Thank you so much, USMC. I didn't really get to formally thank you. That was so nice.
Very kind of you.
I love seeing that USMC. I'm a USMC mom. My second son is an Iraqi war veteran. He was in the first wave of Marines out of Kuwait into Iraq.
Yeah. And I saw somebody's comment about not how did she put it? Not assuming somebody's on drugs or whatever, because I get that, but I feel like it's kind of like not assuming that Ernie's on drugs. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if it's not that, then it's got to be some major mental health issue. And either way, they need help. And I mean, I feel like Ernie, I don't mean to use him as an example, but he could do some great things if he could get that whole paranoia under control, because he has that personality.
He's got the passion.
Yeah. And I truly mean that. So if it is not an issue with sobriety with that person, then there's some type of mental something going on. Right. And but it holds people back. Like when you are dealing with, either one of them holds you back. Mm-hmm. Now, I know it's not a good.
Well, a lot of times they go hand in hand as well.
I guess I know a lot about addiction because I've been there. So I feel like once you've been there, it's easy to see. When I've done everything, like almost every drug, and I can see. I know how
what this drug makes you do.
Like the symptoms of being on that drug, and especially, it's very easy for me to tell if somebody's on pills because that's something that was my drug of choice. I do all the time. There's certain signs that you notice. And it's funny when people say, that they try to say that I'm on drugs. It's like, they don't know. People do not know the signs of using drugs, because otherwise you would, they're just being assholes.
I mean,
that's all there is to it.
Yeah.
It's not, they're not being for real, because you would see, people's pupils change. And you can notice it because when somebody's on pills like opiates, their eyes get brighter, especially if you have blue eyes. Their eyes will look really bright because their pupils will be really small. And they'll a lot of times go like this, even if they don't snort the drug.
Yeah, they do this.
Yeah, even if they're not snorting.
I don't know.
Even the sniffling or whatever, that will happen even if you just take the pills. Like because it's like, I don't know. They're always going to.
When I've been, the only time I've ever done pills is when they're prescribed to me. And so I've had, and I don't say that in some kind of arrogant fashion because I've done plenty of illicit drugs. Okay.
Right.
I just wasn't into pills. But whenever I'm given something like a hydrocodone or it makes me itch.
Yeah.
It's all over. It's very uncomfortable. I don't like it. And I
take
a Benadryl with
it. Take a Benadryl with it. That will help.
I was always
if you actually need it for pain. If you're actually needing it for pain, don't just like take it. I'm not saying to take care of that to get high. And
don't try this at home, kids.
Just take a Benadryl.
Because I'm so laid back anyway. Just by nature, I'm just laid back. So my drugs of choice were either psychedelics. As a creative person, there's something about the psychedelic experience that doesn't make me more creative, but there's just something about that. Now I'm talking years and years and years and years ago with okay.
No, I mean,
but other than that, I was always into uppers because I was a performer. So I'm with the boys in the band running out a rail of cocaine or having a little bullet in my pocket. Have you ever had a
bad trip though? That's bad trips. I mean, oh my gosh. So, they're horrible though. I mean, can you hear us?
Yeah.
I don't think she can hear us.
Yes, I can.
Have you ever had is she delayed again?
No.
Okay. Have you ever had a bad trip?
I had a moment of a bad trip that somebody triggered on purpose, but I was rescued out of it. Well, but see, when in the 1960s, the late 1960s and early 1970s, it didn't have strychnine and all that stuff. Now, I'm not promoting drug use, okay? But the culture was different. The music was different. Mm-hmm. And we did it for a different reason than people do nowadays.
Yeah, it was a time of openness and
So there was one time that a guy thought that he would pull a joke on me. My boyfriend's roommate thought it would be funny. They lived in a basement apartment, and he thought it would be funny when I went to my boyfriend's bedroom. They knew that on the inside, the doorknob would come off. If you closed the door all the way, the interior doorknob would come off in your hand if you went to open the door.
Right.
So I was in that room and I couldn't get out. And I was like, get me out of here now. And they pulled me out a basement window because they couldn't get the door open. But the moment they got me out of the room, I was fine again.
Oh my gosh, that would make you like.
But back then, when you used psychedelics, you always had what was called a guide. There was always one person who didn't do anything.
Yeah, you got to have someone there, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Make sure everybody's safe.
Can you, I mean, it's totally likely. I mean, thinking about I loved shrooms, like having a bad trip on it, it almost made it, it almost made me like not ever want to try again because it's so scary. I could totally see somebody like, unaliving themselves when having a bad trip because it's like torture. You really have to, it's hard to keep yourself in, like your mind is.
It's in and out.
Yeah. You go, have you tripped before?
No, but that's how I did when I was smoking weed.
Oh, well,
I would go in and out.
You can't it's hard to stay in reality. You have to have a very strong mindset. Otherwise, it's very easy to, like you said, I had my first trip, which I have a story like that. We were at like a, some type of fireworks show, and it was some type of festival, and they were selling turkey legs. And he was like chasing me with it, going ring, 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 ring. And it scared. I was running, and then he kept talking about ketchup, and it freaking annoyed me so bad. I'm like, it made me have. he kept talking about that guy looks like he's thinking about ketchup. Oh, look at him. He looks ketchup. And I'm like, oh my God, it was like screwing with me. I hated it at that time. It was the first time tripping ever. And I'm like, it can be a really good time, but it's just like Liplocked says, it's like all about who you're with, I think. I liked ecstasy for that. I didn't have any bad trips off ecstasy, but like shrooms, I did one time, but shrooms are, sorry, oh my gosh, I shouldn't even be talking like this. I sound like I'm like, what's it called?
Well, the thing is, I was just about to say, we don't want anybody in the audience to misunderstand that we are in any way promoting the use of any kind of mind-altering substance.
Yeah. Have you seen those?
What we're doing is we're talking about our personal experiences with them. Yeah. We're not trying to encourage anybody to use them. So, I never had any experiences like that, but I have a creative mind, and so that's usually where things go.
I know. Do you know that? Have you guys seen those YouTube channels where they actually do stuff like that, and they use it for educational purposes? Yeah. They sit there and get high on different substances. And it's supposed to be educational, but YouTube allows it because it's educational. They sit there and use different types of substances, like all of that.
It's the school of hard.
They can't show you like if you can't like they're like you can't really. I don't think you can show them smoking stuff or anything like I don't know. Can't remember. There's certain things they can't show, but they sit there and show the effects of it, and they sit there and then they tell you how good of then they try to like warn you.
It.
Yeah, it's like a review of the drug. It's like seriously.
Okay.
He tries all kinds of weird different substances, and then he has somebody like you were saying that it's not on anything, and they're there to in case something goes wrong to. I guess. Yeah. I don't know. It's supposed to be to help people. It's supposed to be to help people know, like, or become more educated. And I don't know.
I guess they can make up any excuse they want to.
Yeah.
I mean, so. I don't know. I haven't seen what you're talking about, but it just sounds to me like somebody making up a good excuse to do some dope.
That's all it is.
Yeah. I mean, and these are a lot of these stories are funny and seem glorifying, but there's also a lot of, I could tell you stories that would have you in tears of stuff I've like, and I'm saying this to the like people watching, there's some really bad, experiences I've been through because of using, and I've been to my lowest places. So it's definitely even though many people like when it comes to like acid and that stuff, shrooms, like people don't think it's not like really physically addicting. However, like your body releases serotonin. You can get I mean the depression I went through using that kind of stuff for ecstasy for so many, so much in a row. Right. It was like I've never experienced. Like it was horrible. So, and there's way worse things. Like, I mean, I went, been in some very bad situations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been around some folks that have had some really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Justin's needing to go because he's got it so that he can get some sleep. I probably will go here soon because I promised the girls that I would.
Well, we've been on here for almost 3 hours,
Yeah, but yeah, but
I don't feel like I said anything that was worth anybody listening to, but I've enjoyed hanging out with you guys.
You don't have to, but
you should have seen people in there. They're like, I feel like I'm just sitting talking with my girlfriends.
Yeah, it was really a good time. It took us a little bit to warm up, but that's because of the technical difficulties. So maybe I'll just like edit that part out, but
I need to learn how to edit stuff out. I've never had a video blocked by YouTube. And the other day I did a live on summer, and I decided to push the limit, and I played at the very end, it's the last thing I did, I played Calling All Angels by the band Train.
Yeah,
And the publisher filed a copyright claim. And of course, because I'm not monetized, it doesn't hurt me. It doesn't hurt the channel. But I've had loads of copyright claims over music, but because I'm not monetized, they let it slide, right? Because it's a claim.
They don't hurt you, even if you're
but this publisher, YouTube, blocked my live that's entitled "I Won't Give Up If You Don't Give Up." I got an email day before yesterday, and they said, there's no worries, no legal hassle, no problems like that. It's just that your video is blocked because of that music video. So if I knew how to remove the music video, but I don't know how to edit. So
how was Plunder demonetized?
What?
Sorry. You just
no.
I know, that's what
I was like, Plunder demonetized. What?
Yeah, what? That's kind of scary. Like, what's going on?
Well, I'll tell you something. Like after.
Okay.
I mean, she's
videos like they didn't. So, but I got an article someone sent me just a little bit ago. I'll send it to you.
All right. Hey, thank you. Yeah.
Good night, Justin. I love you.
Are you going out that way, or are you going? You can go out this door too if you want.
I'll go down that way because I don't want to go to the yard with the car.
Oh, okay. All right. Hey, thanks. Thank you for coming by.
Actually, no.
I love you, Justin.
Love you all. Love you. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Thank you for coming to our first premiere of Taco Tuesday.
I can say I was the first.
Yeah, yes.
We were the first tacos. I've never been called a taco in my life. First time for me. Oh my God, what if there's an animal out here?
If you don't have to go out that door if you don't want to. You can go out the front. You can just walk up there. It's totally fine. I could text my daughter. Huh? Okay, I'll text her. I'll just.
There's a lot of wilderness out there.
I'll text her and just be like, "Hey, it's fine. Just go ahead."
Okay.
It's cool.
It's fine. Right, just go out a door. Yeah. Pick any door.
There's a lot of doors.
Is he going down the stairs? He's still going down. Okay. Well, it's almost nigh on 10 o'clock here.
Oh my gosh! Thank you, Destiny.
My
booty. She said breakfast on me for you and Jay. Oh well, we'll see if I even.
Hey.
We haven't planned anything yet. Me and Justin beyond. Now I think he's kind of just I don't think he's much of a planner either, to be honest. So hold on. I was texting something. I noticed. I'm just texting. There's several people that text me, so I just wanted to. I'm
looking at CT's chat. Justin is stuck on set and doesn't know how to exit the stage. Oh my gosh. I love your chat. You have some really funny people in your chat.
Yeah. Usually
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say usually after things get warmed up, usually things usually the lives turn out really good as long it's the first hour is usually just getting warmed up and what are we gonna talk about, and
oh my gosh, when Cracking Asses is here, she keeps us rolling in chat. You'll be talking to us and we'll all be over here laughing our asses off at Cracking Asses. So
yeah, and before I know she's got the best comments. There's and I noticed that. And thank you so much, Brittany. Thank you so much. I wanted her picture reminded me of the Maria lady that was on here the other day. I'm hoping to hear from her again because I was trying to figure out how to get a hold of her. She was, I don't know if you know who I'm talking about. She was a attorney and she was
you talking about the lady that knows about the banking issues?
Yes, yeah. I wanted to talk to her.
She's good. I like her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, thank you, Roswell. Is it going to be for your for your order? Okay, that's cool. We read last comment. I will read your last comment in a second. I'm just going to take a note that as soon as Liplocked, if she needs to go, or here in a few when she.
I was gonna go ahead and drop off and let you close your show.
I'm going to take a poll. I can never say that word right. For our fundraiser tomorrow, and so
yeah, we know you can't say poll. We're always telling you in your chat how to say poll. Poll.
I need to come up with a different word to use.
Poll. Ziggy, I love you so much. I truly do. I do. I love you to pieces. Thank you for having me on your first Taco Tuesday. And more than that, thank you for letting me be one of your moderators. It's a real honor for me to moderate for you. So thank you. So thank you, everybody in chat for putting up with me. I love you all, and I'll see you on the flip flop, whether you like it or not.
Okay. All right, bye. Okay, so Marlena wanted me to read her chat or her message real quick. I did read are you talking about where you said to lock your doors? Yeah, for sure. I'm going to lock the doors. If that's what you mean. I read it. I don't know. I guess you didn't hear me respond to it. If that's the comment you're talking about. Just let me know if that's not the comment you're talking about, because I responded to it earlier. Survey. A vote. Yeah, just say vote. That works. So that was really a great time. Actually, meeting Justin kind of made me feel more at ease about some things. But I mean, I've always known that he's a good person. I've never seen any differently. So I wasn't really nervous about meeting him. I hope to meet you tomorrow, starting my channel tomorrow. Oh, are you? Yeah, Liplocked's amazing. Yeah, it was really cool. So do you guys have ideas of who you want to? Oh no, I didn't get it. Christy, I just now saw your text. I will let Justin know that, though. I'll text him that. That was so nice, Destiny, for your Cashapp and USMC and Brittany and who is the one that somebody sent a 20 or earlier? I hate when I forget somebody. So that's well, we're going to take a vote. Okay. So who we're going to have Equisearch on the list. Any other ideas? Like who else do you guys want? So just give me ideas. We'll write. I'll try to put almost anybody's ideas on the list, so we can take a vote on it. Or I might be able to I might be able to set it up on my community page. I can do that. Then we won't go over it here. I'll just set it up on my you'll vote for it on the community page. Yeah, you can. I can set it up there, but I need you guys to give me ideas. Okay, Children's Hospital, what's winging it? Donate to animal shelter or Children's Hospital. I know, but Scotland, I wasn't but that's like one of the biggest no-nos, like about like if you've ever been a part of NA or recovery, that tends to happen where you start like talking about the good times, and it's very easy just to remember the good times and not like the struggles. And that's part of the cycle that keeps you using that substance is I don't know. It's kind of like when, like people who, you know, with alcohol is a drug too. They'll have, you know, the hangovers I would have from alcohol. Oh my God. And then I would, you know, you feel like you're never going to drink again. And you just forget about that. All you could think about is how much fun it was at the time. You don't think about how shit, like, oh my God, it would seem like totally like it was not worth it. And I don't know how many times I had to go through that till I was like, That's cool, Tracy. You could do that if you want. This is going to be this is going to be for summer tomorrow night. It's going to be in summer, you know. This is going to be, it's going to go straight to it. So it will be set up on here. YouTube has a fundraising option where you can set it up so it goes straight to the charity. And let's see, I might be able to set it up. I don't know if you could set it beforehand. It'll be my first time doing something like this, but I guess, you know, what's a better time than, you know, the year summer's like, it's summer's day, really, you know? I think I like how people call it Summer's Day. You know, this could be like Summer's Day charity. And, you know, maybe we won't bring in that much, but it will be 10 p.m. We decided at 10 p.m. Or wait, maybe I should do a little, let's say 10:30 p.m. just in case, like 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, they're back in the, here, I'll show you guys. Back in the backstage of YouTube. And I if you're keep leaving your suggestions, because as far as charities, it has this option right here. It says support the causes you care about. Use the power of your videos and community to raise money for important causes through registered nonprofits. 100% of the money you raise goes to the nonprofits you select. YouTube covers all fees. So yeah, it automatically, you know, that way I can create a fundraiser, and then it says all like registered nonprofits probably aren't on here. So let's see, EquiSearch, let me type in EquiSearch and see. Texas EquiSearch, is that what that is? Yeah, Texas EquiSearch. You guys were saying like animal, what the heck? How do I, okay. Animal, let's see, League America, Animal Shelter, Wood River, Animal Spay Neuter International, Humane Society for Companion. I mean, there's all kinds. You know, there's that children's, there's so many hospital. Is it Riley or St. Jude's Children's Hospital? I think it would be I don't know. We'll vote, even though I think that EquiSearch is probably, to me, I would probably vote EquiSearch because when it's, you know, we're EquiSearch, you know, came out and searched for summer. I mean, but there's also, how about Churchill? There's Churchill, what are they called? Let's see if they're even there though. Churchill, nonprofit data. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it won't let me. Is Churchill's like a nonprofit rescue squad? Churchill Rescue Squad? Maybe not. It doesn't look like all of them are going to be here. See, it says request a nonprofit. So Some of them aren't going to be here, but pick something local. Yeah. Yeah, not all are approved. Yeah, the reward does for sure expire tomorrow, unfortunately. That's definitely not changing. The EquiSearch Midwest, I don't know if that's going to be, I don't know if that's an option, but I can, because when I typed that in, only the Texas one came up. I mean, I know, but the thing is, doesn't the people who own Texas, the Texas one, also own EquiSearch Midwest? I thought it was all the same. So wouldn't it, or will it only just go to, let me see. I mean, that is a good point, but aren't they all no, EquiSearch Midwest is not on there. But Texas EquiSearch is. But I think it's all, or are they completely two different entities? Yeah, the owner's out of Texas. That's what I thought. It's Hawkins County Rescue Squad. I thought it was Churchill. Okay, let me see. Hawkins County. And nothing's coming up under Hawkins County. Wait. Only thing coming up under Tennessee is Tennessee River Keeper Incorporated, the Community Foundation of Middle Tennessee, and the Elephant Sanctuary. And Hawkins County doesn't come up at all. Like not even. So I don't know. I'll do a vote. I'll think of some things, I guess. I don't need to ask, did you run about EquiSearch? Because I mean, what do I ask? I already know that I know that's true that the obviously they're all under the same ownership, because how EquiSearch Midwest, because they use the EquiSearch name, right? Yeah, it's Churchill Rescue. I looked it up and it didn't come up, unfortunately. I'll just make a yeah, unfortunately, the Midwest one's not. I have to do it so it's like completely transparent, and I don't know how to do it so that the, like with this, it would automatically go to them and people would just super chat and it goes directly to them. The thing, if going any other way, they would have to like click a link, and people, I don't know, some people like, you know, it pops up on the screen. It just seems like when I know like people shouldn't care about getting recognition, but you know, some people like, I just feel like people would do better if I mean, I'm sure there's a way to make a link, and that way people can click it and it goes straight to it's EquiSearch. I'll go to theirs. It says donate. Wish there was a way to set up something like that on with Midwest Search, but I mean, there's a link. I mean, I can make a link where it would go straight to their PayPal, but we could do that if you guys rather do Midwest Search, but it wouldn't go through YouTube. I would just be we wouldn't be able to, but then we couldn't keep up. We wouldn't be able to, well, that's not going to work because then we wouldn't be able to keep track. Isaiah 117. Okay. Let me see if that one's. Why am I having a hard time spelling Isaiah? I guess it's may not just be in here. I'm like, I think I'm spelling it right. Why isn't? Yeah, I am spelling it right. I guess it's not there. Aw, thank you so much, Roswell. You didn't have to send. Oh, did you? Oh, you didn't have to send extra, but that was sweet. Thank you, Roswell. Brittany and I want to say thank you to CR. I didn't know how to. Thank you so much for your Cash App earlier. It was before I was live, and it's like, man, I want to thank her, but I don't know how exactly to get a hold of her. You guys, the Hawkins County isn't coming up, unfortunately. Like, there's no way to set up a fundraiser. What's on Gavel Geeks? What about what? Hopefully all your scammers are arrested tomorrow. But seriously, I think it would be better for it to go straight to I think we better stick to it going straight through YouTube. It's just best. They're going to vote on where the money goes to, I guess, for Summer's Reward Fund. I don't know who's voting, but somebody's voting to where it's going to go. You guys, I've been busy talking to people on the stream. When I have people on the panel, I can't see the chat. The chat as if there's something that you really need to get to me, you can just email me. That's probably the best. Right. It's going to be too short a notice, Wee Frosty. It does let you request it, but it's not going to be added in time. You can request one. I mean, it takes a few days, it says. I mean, I can try to put some requests in and see. Are you guys talking about Isaiah Westbrook Center? Is that the? Because I don't know, it's not letting me suggest Isaiah 117 either. I don't know, guys. I do have to go though, but I will put up something that you can vote on, and that's what it will be. And we're going to do it through YouTube. That's my decision. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Charity won't be able to be added in a day. I mean, I could try to, and I could try, like, I'll try to do Midwest Equisearch. Let's put in Equisearch Midwest and see if it won't let me even, it won't even let me request that. What's the point of them? I don't understand why it gives us a place to request a nonprofit, but then it won't let me. I'll try that for the Isaiah House in the Midwest Equisearch, but the thing is, it's just not going to get approved in time for it to be voted on and everything, you know? What? Hold on. Sorry, I was just looking at a text. I'll set up a poll here soon. Tim Miller in Texas owns them all. I thought so, and that Dave Rader was just a like kind of like a manager type. But all right, guys. You'll have a nice evening, and I will see you tomorrow, okay?